in human resources, believe it or not, in the corporate
Okay.
sector.
Love
But
it.
I am looking to scale the many platforms that I do and so forth with this AI new technology.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Anybody else want to come on camera and share real quick? We're going to go through some housekeeping and then we're going to dive right in, y'all.
Audrey Perry here from New York City. How are you?
Doing good, Audrey. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Tell us what you got going on a little bit. We're going to dive in.
Oh, I think my mic, my camera is all messed up right now. But anyway, I'm here in New York. My business is MWR Financial, but I'm here just to learn about AI and
Okay.
how it can help me to manage my life, so to speak. So
I love it.
we all wear many hats and do a lot of different things. So if it can give me some of my time back, that'll be awesome. So thank you.
Oh man, you are in the right places. We're going to dive into a lot of how it's going to be able to do that for you. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Anybody else, real quick before we dive in? MJ put a link in the comments, guys. I want you guys to click that link. It'll take you right to a download of our primary resource that we're going to be using today on how to create your best version of ChatGPT to help you, like Audrey said, give you some of your time back right as you, but there are some things that you have to do to really make this thing go. So click that link and make sure you download the document. I am going to go relatively quickly. We do have VIP for those of you who want to get access to all of the replays and all of that stuff. But because I am fair, it is also being streamed on YouTube at this time, and the YouTube version will be available. So you guys, even if you don't get VIP, you can go back and rewatch it on YouTube for the next 24 hours. That way, you don't have to feel pressed about taking notes. I know some of you guys are not even in position to take notes, and that's cool. So the YouTube channel is also at Cortez Hustle. Make sure you like and subscribe there so that you can see what we're going to do, because we're going to roll through quickly. The faster I can go, the more things I can show you within this whole world of AI. So I'm super excited to be sharing all of this stuff with you, but you're going to need that document even after the stream is over with. There's a lot of stuff in there that you're going to be able to go back and execute on. So make sure you download our AI Power Play. It is your activation guide to this whole world of AI. Anybody else want to share who they are, where they're from, really quickly before we dive all the way in? I just want to give everybody a shot to say who you are, the name of your business and on your brand, and where you're tuning in from. And then we're going to jump right into some screen share stuff. And I'm going to show we're going to do a combination of a PowerPoint presentation as well as some live demo stuff for you guys as well, right? All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump into screen share. If there's ever a chance that you guys are not hearing me well, make sure you just kind of shout out. You guys are, like I said, we're a small group today, so you can come off mute if you need to get my attention. And then, yes, I'm going to share my screen. Yes. We're going to dive into this presentation. Yes, but I think there's somebody else waiting in the waiting room. Let me make sure that I make MJ, you have to be, I don't think I gave you co-host, MJ, so that you can get the people in the room as they're coming in. Let's do that. All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of you who do not know me, I know I see a lot of familiar faces, but I am Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur and AI integrator and trainer. For the last 10 years, I have been successfully building businesses and brands on the internet, showing people how to take their gifts, talents, experience, expertise, and how to monetize them with digital marketing. And when AI came onto the scene, I started playing with it for myself. And at first I was a little apprehensive, probably like a lot of you guys are right now. But as I start to learn its power and I start to realize that it's not a fad, it's not going anywhere. And I always prided myself on being that type of guy who's ahead of the curve. So I was like, man, let me just dive all the way into this AI stuff. and see what it can actually do for me. It did start giving me time back. It did start helping me streamline a lot of my processes. And then I started teaching it to a few of my coaching students, and they started having similar success. They were executing and doing all sorts of cool things with it. And then just this summer, I ran across Alicia Little, and she was sharing the size and the scope of the AI industry and where we are actually going. And she was like, there's not enough people out teaching and training the everyday average person, especially those local business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs, how to leverage this. And too many people are going to be left behind if they're relying on a handful of people to teach and train this stuff. And I was like, man, I've already been doing it for the last 2 years. I just been doing it behind the scenes. So I decided this summer to come from behind the scenes and start teaching what I know about AI publicly and how I'm using it and how it's helping me in my business and with all of my brands and my students as well. So we're going to dive right into this presentation. Again, I want to welcome each and every one of you guys here. If you can silence your phones, that would be amazing. And then if you are someone who has a lot of distractions going on, give me your undivided attention for a minute. I promise you, I will not disappoint you. So we're talking about the ultimate virtual event designed to equip you with the strategies and confidence to leverage artificial intelligence for real world profits. I am going to demo some tools to you guys today, y'all, but my whole thing with AI is about building the systems that will make you the money with AI, because you can go on YouTube all day and watch videos about how this tool can do this cool thing. And it's kind of like party tricks to me. It's like, if you're here to learn some party tricks with AI, you're in the wrong place, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna tell you up front so that you can go on and move on with your Saturday. But if you're here to say, I want to know how can AI help me transform an existing business or brand, or if it's possible, can it be used for me to create a brand new business and or brand? So you guys got through the welcome. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to secure and personalize your ChatGPT. That is incredibly important for you guys to know how to do. We're going to do some key demos of some of my favorite AI blueprints as well. So you guys are going to see some of that stuff in real time, some of the things that I am actually doing on a day-to-day basis to monetize these tools called artificial intelligence. And then I'm going to show you my major command center that I use. I have a special guest who will talk about a micro command center a little bit later on as well. That she's using. It is excellent for people building personal brands. And then for those of you who might want some help executing on this stuff, I do have a special offer. How many of you guys are okay if I offer you something special at the end that can actually help you do the stuff that we're talking about? Because I know sometimes you get on a webinar like this and you anticipate there's going to be something for sale at the end. Well, guess what? I'm not going to disappoint you. Yes, there is going to be something to sell at the end. And why? Because here's the deal, y'all. Information without implementation does not create the transformation that you need. And if you're like most people that I work with, there's some requirement of some hand holding along the way to get the job done. And if you're okay with that, then by all means, I will have an offer for you to help you execute on all of these strategies that we talk about today. So here's a couple questions that I want you to ask yourself as we are moving through, right? I want you to start thinking about, can this help me inside of my actual business, right? If you already have a business, I think everybody on here has a business, right? So if you're a business owner, it's what I'm going to see today capable of helping me streamline my business, save me money, save me time, make me money, or a combination of all three. Number two, you should be asking yourself, for existing products and services, could one of these solutions or blueprints allow me to launch a new product that aligns with something that I am currently offering? A lot of times everybody here have heard that we should have multiple streams of income, right? Everybody heard that, right? Anybody else wonder how millionaires have 7 to 10 streams of income? Anybody have, let me just come to full screen for you real quick. Anybody ever tried to get those 7 to 10 streams of income, right? And so I'm wondering, like, this ain't as easy as people make it out to be. But here's the truth about those 7 to 12 streams of income that I want all of you guys to understand. Every stream on this planet originates from one source, a river. What most people screaming that 7 to 10 income streams thing don't account for is everybody that has 7 to 10 to 12 income streams have first built at least one massive river. And I want y'all to write that in your notes. If you build a river, by default, something is going to fall into that river and it's going to divert some water down and it's going to start going in a different direction. That's how streams are created, y'all. You don't build multiple streams first. You build a river, and then from that river, other ideas start to take shape and you start to see other places that you can monetize. We're going to use AI to either start to build that river, or you may already have that river and you have a solid product or service. Now you're saying, can AI help me spin off this river, that second or third or fourth stream of income? For those of you who do not have a business at all, I want you to ask yourself this question. Can I see one of these blueprints as a way for me to start and build a brand from scratch? And the answer is yes. I'm going to give you the cheat code to the test, right? Yes, I'm going to show you something today that will help you turn your idea into a full-fledged business, right? And then number 4, if you are aspire to be an AI professional, right? This is somebody who says, you know what? I've always been into technology. I've always liked to train. I always like to be on the cutting edge. I've always liked to find new information and apply it. Guys, the AI industry will create more millionaires and billionaires in the next 5 years than the industrial revolution, the technology revolution, and the social media revolution combined, y'all. Combined. And there is a lot of opportunity for you to take a deep dive into this AI stuff and become a consultant, a trainer, someone who goes and speaks about the power of this thing called AI. And then last but not least, if you're still working a job today, right? The last thing you'll ever hear me do is shame somebody for working a job, right? I still have active income in my life. I have to get up and physically go do something to make money on a regular basis while I'm building my passive income empire. But what people on jobs are caught up with right now is they're caught up with the media saying that AI is going to take everybody's jobs, right? And they're so caught up with that they're not thinking about, can I see something here today that makes me want to learn AI to become more valuable on my job? I promise you, y'all, your company right now has someone in charge of procurement, and they're looking for someone right now to come on your job and teach you guys AI. What if you learned AI well enough till you became that person? Because if I ran a company, I would much rather want someone who already knows the company, knows company culture, and can teach us AI with that context. So there's a lot of things that I'm going to show you today that you're going to be able to use to become more valuable on your job. And I got some statistics to back that up as well. So let me jump back into the screen share. And we're going to now dive into ChatGPT. Now, for those of you who have multiple screens, or if you're able to watch this on a laptop or watch this on a phone, and you're able to use your laptop to actually execute with us, then I want you to download that document on your laptop, because it's going to allow you to copy and paste, and you're going to be able to do this stuff with us. So I'm going to jump over to the AI Hustle Power Play really quickly, right? Let's do this. before we go into this screen, I want you guys to take a screenshot of this right here. Have you ever seen those posts on social media that says, steal this prompt and put it into ChatGPT and do this, that, or the other, right? Everybody is seeing that stuff, right? That's one of the fastest ways to get likes and shares of a piece of social media content. I don't want you to steal a prompt. I want to teach you how to prompt, right? Here's a formula or framework that I use for prompting. It's CEAP. The C stands for context, right? If you're going to master anything, the first thing to master is the language of that thing. And the language of AI is prompting, y'all. You have to know how to prompt and communicate with these AI tools. So the first thing I like to do is give it context. The C stands for context, right? Tell it what you're trying to do, and always provide context in your prompt. The more specific you are about the situation, goal, or task, the better the AI can tailor its response. And because you know what you're trying to do, always tell it to behave like the expert, the number one person in that industry, right? So one of the key phrases that lots of prompt engineers like to use is act as a blank. Act as a master short form script writer so you can write a script that I can create a TikTok video from, right? You want to give it context. The E stands for expectation. Set clear expectations. Tell the AI exactly what you expect from it, whether it's delivering an answer, creating a solution, or generating content. Tell it what you want, right? If you want the output to be in a spreadsheet, for instance, you got to tell it that stuff as you are communicating with it. The A stands for ask, right? I like to ask AI if it needs anything else from me in order to execute on the prompt. And then you want to write this in your notes, y'all. It is 100% A-okay to ask ChatGPT what to ask ChatGPT, right? Some people think that they have to become a prompt engineer and have to become this master. When AI and chat and all of these large learning models first came out, yes, that was the case. Now you don't have to. You just ask it to give you the prompt, right? So this ensures you have everything covered. Also ask AI to clean up or refine the prompt if necessary. And then if you want an advanced pro tip, ask it to then turn that prompt into a super prompt or a system prompt. Super prompt or system prompt. And I'm going to show you the difference here on screen in a second. And then the P for me stands for pause. I always tell it to pause. Do not execute the prompt because I want to read the prompt first. Because you know what tends to happen is as I do my brain dump, I give it the context. I tell it what I expect. I ask it if it needs anything from me. And then I tell it to clean up the prompt. And then I tell it to pause and let me read the prompt. As I read through that prompt, I then get other ideas that probably should go in that prompt. So my prompt session itself might take 3 or 4 conversations and dialogues with ChatGPT before I then tell it to execute. Anybody see how valuable and beneficial that becomes when you can go back and forth to really get what you want in the first place? So once I tell it to pause and so I can read the prompt, I'm going to use a little known tool that I haven't seen anybody talking about using this tool in this way, but it is extremely powerful, especially if you're trying to learn how to actually prompt and get better at this stuff, right? All right, so now you know how to prompt. You have a prompting framework. We're going to dive into ChatGPT so that you can see how to structure and create your GPT and make it work for you the best we can, right? So I've got my ChatGPT open here. let's go into real quick before we go into the GPT. Let me show you just real quick what, let's go into, where is my, I want you guys to see the AI Power Play real quick. All right. So if you click the link in the comments and you downloaded the AI Power Play, this is your activation guide for training ChatGPT. Step one of your AI business system, train Chat to think, write, and work like you. This is critically important. If you haven't done this already, it's okay. You can always go back and fix this, but this is how you get the best out of ChatGPT, right? So the AI Power Play mindset, you don't need to learn more AI. You need to leverage AI like an operator. Most entrepreneurs drown in tools, prompts, and shiny new apps, but the winners use AI as a force multiplier. This blueprint isn't about hype. It's a playbook for independence, right? So I'm going to skip down and show you guys what we're doing, right? So the objective in this section is how to configure ChatGPT for maximum power, privacy, and productivity. Before we train ChatGPT to be your assistant, we need to make sure it is set up to work for you safely, securely, and optimally. This short walkthrough shows you how to lock down your account, unlock powerful voice capabilities, optimize your settings for customization and control. So I'm actually going to allow you to watch me do this live with ChatGPT. And this is the first stop before we get into actually training the GPT to work for us. So the first thing we're going to do on the lower left-hand side is we're going to come down here and you're going to click either the icon that has your initials, or if you've already put your name in the system, you're going to click your name, right? So this is going to bring up the menu that includes the settings, right? You can upgrade your plan, you have orders, you have personalization, and we have settings. Everybody follow. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the settings section. This is important, y'all. Now, when we look at the settings sections, there are themes, system things, accent colors. None of this stuff really matters to me. When it comes to language, it's going to auto detect what language I want to, what language I'm speaking and what language I want to play back. But here is a little known feature that a lot of people are not tapping into, and that is the voice feature in ChatGPT. So as you can see, I have my voice feature set to Spruce. Now, Spruce is a laid-back brother like me. I'm going to let y'all hear from Spruce.
Hey, how's it going? I'm looking forward to working together. Let's figure out where to start. What's on your mind?
So that's what Spruce sounds like. But if you like my wife, she likes Juniper, right? So if I was tapped into Juniper, I can make that switch. And now if I hit play.
Hey there. I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up. How can I jump in and help?
So this is a very powerful mode that not enough people are executing because, again, the language of ChatGPT and all of these AI models, especially the large language models, is prompting how you communicate with it. And since you can talk to it, you might as well talk to it, y'all, right? But a lot of people are not. This right here says show additional models. I don't use this, but I do have it turned on. It allows you to go back from ChatGPT 5 or whatever version you're on, all the way back to some of the earlier models. Early on, different models did different things better than others. Right now, I think ChatGPT 5 does everything extremely well. So we got in the general. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here to security. This is important, y'all. I want everybody on this stream to make a note that I'm going to go back and watch the replay because I need to turn on my multi-factor authentication. All this is a tick to turn it on. However, it requires that you use an authentication app. Google has one for free. I use Microsoft. Microsoft gave me one with my my email. So I use that one. And all you're going to do is you're going to download the authentication app first. And then when you hit turn this on and activate, it's going to pull up a QR code. You scan that into your authentication app and boom, it's going to walk you through the setup step by step, right? Make sure you turn that on, right? Now, of course, I can log out of this device or I can log out of all devices, but chat is my jam, y'all. I ain't logging out of nothing, right? Next, let's go into data controls. This is IP protection, your intellectual property. It says, do you want us to improve the model for everyone? Most people, this is defaulted to yes. You want to turn this off. This is a hard no, because what you're doing is you are literally giving or sharing your copyrights to everything that you put into this app if this is turned on. Because you're saying, hey, I give you permission to use any videos I upload, anything I say, anything I write. I'm giving you permission to use it to train the model. No, you got enough stuff to train the model with. You don't need my stuff to train the model. You can train the model on the whole internet. I don't know about y'all, but I got some multi-million-dollar ideas that I be putting in this thing, and do not share my stuff with everybody, right? So it says improve the model for everyone, and you're going to turn this off, right? Remote browsing, browser data. I don't even know what that is, but that's turned on. I believe that is me connecting my mobile version to the actual desktop. So when I use both, it syncs really well. Shared links. If you put any links in here, then you can manage those links. You can manage your archive chats. I've got a lot of chats in here for clients. So sometimes I have to go in here and delete some of that stuff and clean some of that stuff up, right? And then I can archive all of my chats, which all of mine are automatically archived, but then I go in and I manage. And do not make this mistake if you're doing like me and you use this really frequently. Don't make the mistake and go and delete all of your chats. And then you can export your data from here as well. So we've got the data controls, we've got our security, we've got our voice mode turned on. If you have children using your GPT, there are some parental controls. I don't, so I've never gone into that, to be honest. But then I'm going to come up here to personalization. When you are personalizing your ChatGPT, it asks you to give it some custom instructions. This is where you can train it on your brand, voice, and tone. Look at what I have here. I speak with a voice that's all about inspiration and empowerment. When people listen to me, I want them to feel like they've got a mentor who's not just knowledgeable, but truly in their corner, cheering them on. I channel the confidence of Alex Hormozy, the seasoned wisdom of Dr. Myron Golden, and just a hint of Gary Vee's energy, but I soften the edges so that my tone stays encouraging and supportive rather than too blunt. Now, I'm going to show you how you can get this really quickly, because some of you guys don't know what your brand, voice, and tone is or what it should be. Well, what if we can have ChatGPT analyze our brand, voice, and tone, and then give us this content to paste in here, right? So I gave my nickname is Cortez Hustle, and then it asked me what my occupation is, AI integrator and consultant. And then where it says more about you, this is where you put in your bio, right? And I'm going to show you how I can get my bio done, because I've already gone through the AI Power Play. When you go through the AI Power Play, it's going to help you create a bio. So I'm going to show you how to get everything that you need here. Manage your memory. I have memory turned on, right? Because I wanted to save everything that I'm doing so that I don't have to continue to feed it some of the core things about me, my business, etc., right? And then record mode, reference recorded history. So yes, everything is recorded in my opinion. So how many of you guys have a brand, voice, and tone already? Anybody already know what your brand, voice, and tone is? Just wondering. You kind of figured that out for yourself? I see Norman's hand goes up. Anybody else need help figuring out what their brand voice and tone is? So when you're using AI, it talks like you, it writes like you, it responds like you, right? All right, so I'm going to show you probably the easiest way to do that is to actually leverage ChatGPT to do that. So let's do this real quick. Go back to screen share, and we're just going to go inside of one of my favorite features of this tool, and we're going to have it map my brand voice and tone. All right. Actually, anybody want to come off screen and have it map your brand voice and tone? We can make this thing interactive. Who wants it to have it map their brand voice and tone? Anybody?
Yeah.
Who's that? Norman.
Me.
All right. So we'll do Norman and we'll do Christy at the same time. So Norman, you have to speak up for me a little bit, but I have sharing audio on, so I think it's going to be able to hear you. So I'm going to give you the example first, and then I'm going to have you do it, right?
Okay.
So I'm just going to go here and just use the voice mode, right? Come on. I'm in the middle of a training and I'm showing people how you can help them map their brand voice and tone. So for this example, I want you to ask me a couple questions that will get me talking. And at the end, I want you to first analyze my brand voice and tone. And then I want you to rewrite it in first person so I can copy and paste in the personalization section of ChatGPT.
Absolutely. Let's do that. So to get you talking about your brand voice and tone, here are a couple of questions. First, can you describe the kind of feeling or emotion you want people to have when they engage with your content or your brand? And second, what are a few words or phrases that you think really capture your style of communication, like certain key terms you often use or certain vibe you go for? Let me know. We'll go from there.
I really want people to feel empowered. I want them to feel heard. I want them to feel felt when I communicate with them. I'm big on encouragement and speaking life into people, so I want that to come through in my voice and tone. And then if I had to think about a couple words that I really want people to walk away from, I want them to feel inspired. I want them to feel better about themselves. And of course, more empowered. And when it comes to some of the things, I open up with yo, and I kind of extend that yo a little bit. Oftentimes, I'm from St. Louis, so we say stuff like "What's good? What it do?" And then my signature close in a lot of my content is "Get your money up because you absolutely can do it, but more importantly, you deserve to do it. Each and every single one of you. Now hustle up." So analyze that for me, and then write it for me in first person.
Absolutely. Let's break that down. So your brand voice and tone are all about empowerment, encouragement, and making people feel truly heard and uplifted. You have this warm, motivating style that's kind of like a friendly coach who's not just cheering people on, but really speaking life into them. You use phrases that are relatable and a little local flavor, like what's good and what it do. And you start off with that extended yo to set a really down-to-earth, approachable tone. And you got that signature closing line that's all about motivation. Get your money up because you can do it and you deserve it. Now hustle up. So let me rewrite that in first person for you, and you can use this to personalize ChatGPT or anything else. First person brand voice and tone. Hey there, I'm all about making people feel empowered, heard, and genuinely uplifted when they connect with me. I speak life into folks. I'm that encourager who wants you to walk away feeling inspired and knowing you're capable of more. I got a bit of St. Louis flavor too. You hear me kick things off with a nice long yo and phrases like what's good and what it do. And when we wrap up, I always remind you, get your money up because you absolutely can do it and you deserve it. Now hustle up. There you go. You can pop that into your personalization section and it should fit you perfectly.
How cool was that? How cool was that? So everybody on this can do this real quick. So we're actually going to do that, but I want to show you something else that is really powerful before we have Norman and then we have Christy do that as well. So here we go. I didn't hit the check mark. I hit the X and I probably should have hit the check mark. So here we go. So here's how you can learn, y'all. Anything in ChatGPT that it gives me back, I like to go here And this feature nobody's using. It's called the replay, right? So I can play back what it just gave me audibly.
Absolutely. Let's break that down. So your brand voice and tone are all about empowerment, encouragement, and making people feel truly heard and uplifted. You have this warm, motivating style that's kind of like a
So anytime I ask it to give me a prompt and I tell it to pause, instead of reading the prompt, I play the prompt back so I can hear the prompt, right? That's just another way that you can be more efficient in getting things done. So we're going to do that with Norman first and then Christy, and then we'll move on. But I'll show you how easy it's done. I'm going to set it up for you, Norman. So it's going to ask you the questions and you just get ready to answer in your regular voice and just answer the questions, right?
Okay.
Hey, Spruce, I'm helping a friend map out his brand voice and tone. So the next voice you're going to hear is going to be his. I want you to ask him a couple questions. His name is Norman, by the way, so that you can get him talking. And then I want you to analyze his brand voice and tone and rewrite it in first person.
Absolutely. Happy to meet Norman in just a second here. So once he hops in, I'll just ask him a couple of questions to get a feel for how he wants to come across. And then I'll give you that same kind of analysis and rewrite. So just let him jump in and I'll take it from there.
Okay. I am ready.
Spruce, can you hear him?
I don't actually hear Norman on my end. It's just you and me here, but no worries at all. If you want to just share what Norman might say or give me a sense of how he talks, I can still help you analyze and rewrite his brand voice and tone from there. Just let me know.
Try
Hello.
again, Norman.
Can you hear me?
Just hearing you on my side, but that's all right. We can definitely roll with what you've got. If you just let me know
Okay.
a bit about how Norman would describe his style or what kind of vibe he's going for, I can absolutely help you analyze and rewrite his brand voice in first person. So just give me whatever details you got and we'll make it work.
Okay. I'm a district leader with my business, and I'm looking to improve on team building. My brand name is G2G. It's Grand and Glory, but first and always we give glory to God. And I want to make it to where I can bring more people and attract more people not only to my business, but as clients as well. So what do you prefer that I do? Or can you give me some tips on what I should do?
All right. So Norman's brand voice is Norman is very helpful. He's very encouraging and very motivating. He's an entrepreneur, a young 50-something like your boy, and he is really, really encouraging and motivating. His brand is G2G. Grind to glory, but really starting out and giving glory to God in everything that he does. So what would you suggest his brand voice and tone would be? And he is also in the personal growth, self-development, and financial literacy space.
Absolutely. Let's dive into that. So Norman's brand voice is basically all about being that helpful, encouraging, motivational guide. He's got that mix of a faith-driven spirit, giving glory to God first, and then also helping people elevate in their personal growth, self-development, and financial literacy. So his tone is probably going to be warm, uplifting, and a blend of practical wisdom with a kind of spiritual grounding. He's someone who wants people to know they can grow and succeed, but also that they're doing it with a higher purpose in mind. So let's put that in the first person for Norman. First person brand voice and tone for Norman. Hey there, I'm Norman, and my brand is all about helping you move from grind to glory. I'm here to encourage you and lift you up, always giving glory to God in everything we do. My goal is to help you grow, whether it's in your personal life, your self-development journey, or leveling up your financial literacy. I like to keep things motivating and practical with a strong foundation of faith. So let's get you inspired and moving forward on your journey from the grind to the glory. There you go. That should capture Norman's voice nicely.
They get it, Brad? Was that on point, Norman?
Yeah, that was pretty good, man. That was pretty
All
good.
right. So because
Go ahead.
Spruce can't hear you guys, let's do this. How many of you guys are, I see some people are on their phone. If you're on your computer and you have your phone and you have ChatGPT on your phone, let's do this in real time.
I know I do it on my phone.
If you have ChatGPT on your phone, then on your phone, a lot of people see that little sound wave and have never clicked it. But that sound wave is voice activation mode, right? So if you pull up ChatGPT on your phone, you should have a microphone, and I know it's hard to see because I got my background on, but you should have your microphone, and then right next to the microphone, you should have a little sound wave. That is the audio version or the speaking version of ChatGPT. So what I want everybody to do is ask their ChatGPT, I'm trying to map my brand, voice, and tone. Ask me a couple questions that get me talking, and then I want you to analyze my brand, voice, and tone and give it back to me in first person. Because when you copy and paste into ChatGPT in the personalization section, you want it to be in first person. Everybody got it? Everybody at least got ChatGPT on their phone. So I want to see y'all do this in real time. Push your speaker version, ask ChatGPT to get you talking so you can map your brand, voice, and tone. Ask him to analyze it and then give it to you in first person so you can copy and paste into ChatGPT. All right, let's give everybody a couple minutes to get that done. Anybody want to share what it told them? That'd be amazing. MJ, I should have had you cue up the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do.
Is this something I have to download to my phone?
Do you already have ChatGPT on your phone or no?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you would have to download ChatGPT to your phone first. Do you have a ChatGPT account?
Okay.
If you already have a ChatGPT account, then when you download it to your phone, you'll just log into your existing account. If you do not have an account, then you'll go ahead and just go to chatgpt.com and sign up for a new account.
That pulled up a lot of different things on my end. Step one, brand mapping, defining user brand.
Because you didn't ask it for your brand, your brand, voice, and tone. You were asking it for building your business. We'll get into that. But just ask it to map your brand, voice, and tone. Just say, get me talking so you can analyze my brand, voice, and tone.
I see. Okay, let me do it over.
Yeah. Anybody else stuck?
Cortez, just show me again where you are in that. Am I under custom instructions? Can you pull that back up real quick?
So on your phone, you're just at your regular screen, your regular ChatGPT screen on your phone.
Okay.
And then where it asks you what's on your mind or asks ChatGPT,
okay,
you should see a microphone, and then you see the white button with the little lines in it. That's the audio wave.
Got it.
Click there, and it should bring up your voice activation.
Got it. Okay.
Now you can just talk to it. Yeah. Just say, hey, get me talking. I want you to analyze my brand, voice, and tone. And then I want you to give it to me in first person.
Okay. I need to write what you're saying down, actually. I said, get me talking so I can monetize this. And they should have asked to analyze.
Yeah, you wanna analyze my brand, voice, and tone.
Analyze. Okay. Let me try this again.
Anybody else with questions? Anybody done and want to share what it gave them back as their brand, voice, and tone? And was it on point?
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Gordon.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Daryl.
Hey, can I do this? Is this allowed to be done on Tuesday when you had that other meeting?
Yeah, we'll get you together.
Okay. Yeah, I got to do something. I'm gonna join in Tuesday, so if I can.
Okay.
And much love and success to everyone. If I never met you.
Thank you.
All right. Cool. Anybody else want to share what it gave you as your brand, voice, and tone?
I asked it. I said, I want you to get me talking so I can analyze my brand, voice, and tone. So it said perfect normal. That's exactly how we'll do it. The goal is to get your real voice flowing, your rhythm, energy, and message, so we can analyze how you naturally communicate. Your brand voice. From there, I'll break down your tone, emotion patterns, and monetization potential. How to use that voice to influence and recruit. Let's make this fun and powerful. I'm going to act like you're on camera or in a Zoom call with potential agents and clients. Just talk naturally, don't overthink it. And so then it moved into a warm-up round. Let's get you talking. Answer these out loud in your own words for I'm sorry, or type them if you prefer. I'll analyze your voice, communicate your energy, confidence, and tone, and then show you how to refine it or for recruiting and influence. Here are your starter for prompts. Story opener. Tell me what made you decide to get into the life insurance business. What moment or experience made you say, this is what I'm going to do? Okay. So it's got like 4 of the bullet points here.
Right. So
Statement,
did you
vision
answer
statement.
those? Did you answer those questions
Oh no,
with
I
your
didn't.
voice?
It just popped. I hadn't yet. I just figured let me stop here and get back.
Yeah.
Run
Yeah,
back.
go
to
ahead,
my text.
answer the questions, because the key
Okay.
is you got to get talking so it can analyze everything. Anybody else? What
Okay.
did it give you? What did it say your brand, voice, and tone is, and is it on point?
Yes, I have some questions because I'm Vivian. I'm sorry. Good morning,
Hey,
everybody.
Vivian.
When I asked it, I said, I want you to analyze my brand, voice, and tone. And I started telling them some things. They came back with points, core brand identity, brand voice characteristics. So apparently I didn't ask them enough to put it in form. So for example, I said, I'm a passionate servant of God whose lifelong mission is to encourage and guide others into a personal relationship with him. I've experienced the power of putting God first, and I believe that the truth, what is that? I didn't ask to manifest that across all areas of your life, you got to align with purpose. And that my platform was about wanting to share that God's plan requires us to engage our spirit, soul, and body to fully realize our dreams. So then they went back and said to me, one, core brand identity, gave purpose, encourage and guide others into a personal relationship with God, emphasize that truth when aligned with God's purpose. Then it said a mission statement. So it outlined each part, then it went into
Gotcha.
values.
So what it's doing is it's building a brand document for you. So we just want the brand voice, not the brand. So are you and now you're talking to it?
Yes, I was talking through the microphone.
So do it again and say, I just want you to analyze my voice and tone.
Okay.
Ask me some questions to get me talking so you can analyze my voice and tone. Maybe because I'm saying brand voice, it's building a brand for y'all at the same time, right? Anybody else want to share real quick?
I got mine, Cortez.
Go ahead.
It says core voice identity, tone, empowering, faith-filled, conversational, nurturing, but direct. Energy is calm confidence and holy boldness. Style is relatable storytelling with a coach's edge and a spiritual heartbeat. You don't lecture, you lead with love and truth. You don't perform, you connect and reflect. You make people feel seen, safe, and capable. And then it gave me my language patterns.
Nice. So that's what you will copy and paste into the personalization section in ChatGPT, where it asks for. Let me go back to that section where it says custom instructions. Tell it to give you that in first person, Christy.
Okay.
Tell them to rewrite it in first person, and then you copy and paste that into your custom instructions.
Okay, perfect. So I'm a copy all of it, the tagline, the voice tone, copy the entire thing. Okay.
Yep. Tell them to rewrite it in first person so I can paste it in the personalization section.
Got it.
And it'll rewrite everything for you, and that's where you're gonna put it.
Perfect.
All right, guys. No problem. So you see how even just learning that you can talk to chat increases efficiency, right? Some of us been typing, and man, I'm gonna tell you, when I start typing anything, it automatically doubles and triples the time because I have to keep going back because I'm not good at spelling. So I have to keep going back and rewriting it and choosing words that I know how to spell, right? Anybody else do that? I know I'm telling on myself, but I wasn't a strong speller in school. So if I'm writing something and I'm saying a word that I can't spell, then I have to go back and rewrite it and rephrase it to include a word that I can spell. But now that I can just talk to it, man, it's been game on ever since I've been talking to this thing. So I wanted y'all to see that. But then we get that stuff under control and get that added to your GPT. Now, this is recorded, guys, so you guys can go back and watch. But we're going to move on to the next phase of once we get beyond training it and getting our stuff put in here. The last thing that I need to do is I'm going to go to my own GPT and I'm going to grab and get a, I need to get a bio because I don't have a bio in mind. So if you look on the left-hand side of my chat, I have all of these things that are called GPTs. They are custom apps that do specific things for me. This runs my mother company, iHustle Media Group, and it should already have a bio for me. So I'm going to say, actually, I'm going to use the dictate button. So I need you to write an extensive bio for me so that I can train ChatGPT on exactly who I am. So in the event that I'm using chat outside of a custom GPT, it still can pull in who I am at my core as H. Cortez Springer, also known as Cortez Hustle. Let's do 500 to 750 words, but this bio should also not only make people want to connect with me, but show my authority, my expertise, and also have an undertone of sales that make people want to buy from me as well. So it already has been built and trained on who I am, right? So now, so when I use the dictate button, it stops right here, right? And that's what I want. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to ask it if it needs anything else from me because it should have everything from me as a bio, right? So there it is. H. Cortez Springer, aka Cortez Hustle, is the bold strategist, execution architect, and relentless growth operator behind the next generation of high authority, high income leaders. With a track record of transforming coaches, consultants, authors, speakers, and trainers, purpose-driven entrepreneurs into seven figures, etc. So it gave me this whole thing. So this is now what I would copy and paste into the bio section for me, right? So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go back to my settings. We're still in personalization. And now beyond custom, where it says more about you, this is where I put in that bio. Now, it looks like it's telling me it's too long. So let's see. But it doesn't give me a character count. All right. So I'm going to say, I'm going to go back to chat and then say, get out of here. All right. Looks like this was too long. Consider the character count in the ChatGPT personalization section about me, and let's shorten this bio significantly so that it fits. So again, I gave it context. I told it what I was trying to do, so it knows what the character count is for ChatGPT. And then it's just going to rewrite it. And I told it to shorten it significantly, right? All right. So boom, now it's super short. I'm going to go here into personalization. And we're going to add it. All right. Come on. Value, which is hustle. There we go. All right, and then we hit save. So everybody good. We've secured our GPT. We've protected our IP, so we're not letting them train the model on our stuff, our proprietary multi-million-dollar ideas and conversations that we want to have with it. And then we also turn on voice mode, and we personalize it with our brand voice and tone, as well as our bio. Now, if we go back to our activation guide, let me make sure. So that's this section 2 right here. How many of you guys really want chat to really work for you, right? Come off mute real quick if you got value from this so far, but you're thinking, I want this to really do some really cool stuff for me based on my brand and who I am, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It is helping, Coach, and I really
Yes,
wanted to help.
yeah, great help.
Good, good, good. So if we now go down to inside of our brand document, we're going to now, so we activated and customized voice mode. We did that. We cleared and managed our data. So we did that. Adjust custom instructions. So we gave it our examples of who we are, right? So now we're going to go down and really do what some of you guys had already started to jump the gun and do and start building your brand, right? So how to train ChatGPT to be your AI business assistant. What does it mean, train ChatGPT? You got to tell it who you are, what your business is about, who you serve, how you speak and write, and what your goals are. Best practices for training your ChatGPT. Be specific, not generic. I'm a mindset coach is vague. Instead, try something like, I help high-performing women entrepreneurs overcome self-doubt using science-backed strategies and daily affirmations. Include your voice and tone. We just did that. Use one big prompt instead of piece by piece, load it all at one time. This is where learning how to talk to it, right? One of my favorite virtual coaches is Gary Vaynerchuk. He said, man, I talked to chat and gave it a 36-minute prompt. He just talked for 36 minutes and then told it to go. And we be writing one paragraph and think we doing something. No, you got to really get down and dirty with this thing. And it's all about communication. And now that you guys understand voice mode and also dictation mode, you guys should be using that a lot more for your prompting. So here's what I did for you. I gave you a plug and play prompt. Some of you guys are not going to be able to do this today. And I don't want you to, because you need to sit with this, right? I want you to act like my AI brand assistant and internal strategist. I'm going to give you some important context about me and my business so you can respond in my voice with ideas and suggestions aligned to my brand, audience, and goals. Please store this information and use it in all future responses unless I say otherwise. So what I'm going to do before I show y'all this prompt, I'm actually going to show you my brand manual, like my specific brand manual for iHustle Media Group, just so you can get an idea of what we're building here with what I call the North Star of your business. Now, if you are not in business and you are trying to become better as an employee, then you can do this for your company and your role within that company, or the role that you're aspiring to have within that company. And you can build that brand that will lay out the strategies that will allow you to march towards that thing. So let me just see real quick if I already have this. I was going to go down, going to go get it from my Google Drive, but I think I already have it downloaded somewhere. And I can just pull it up for you, because it is 22 pages of awesomeness, right? How many of you guys have a brand document or something that guides your brand that's 22 pages long, right? Some of you guys don't even think you knew that, right? Think you knew you needed it, right? But when you allow this AI brain to function as your brain and work with you, you start to, what I found is I stopped limiting myself, because now I have the help necessary to actually execute on a high level all the things that have floated around in my mind. And I now know that, all right. So this is called the I Hustle Media Group Brand Operating Manual, right? It's not just a document. It's not a single one-sheeter, right? Let me pull this over so you guys can see it on screen. And this is how you really take your business to the next level, is you create your operating agreement, so to speak, that says, this is what we're doing, this is who we are, and this is how we're going to do it. And your activation guide is going to give you everything that you need to create this for yourself, right? So look at this thing. It's a monster. So my table of contents: brand overview, my bio, my mission, vision, and core values, target audience, product and service ecosystem, funnels and value ascension model, AI assistant functionality, messaging pillars, technology stack, organizational goals, conversation frameworks, and my knowledge base. This thing is literally 22 pages, y'all. But if I'm going to build a 7-figure business, then I need an operating manual that's going to put me on that path, right? So this is how we're going to build this for you, right? So let's go back to the actual document and let's look at, so what you guys will need to do, I'm going to give you a cheat code just to get something done today. But what you really need to do is sit with this and be true and honest with yourself and answer these questions. My name, my business, my website if I have one, the niche or industry that I'm working in, my target audience. I like to do at least 3 people in my target audience, right? I always ask for at least 3. What are my core offers? What are the main things that you offer? What are the price ranges? And you can go from there with at least 1 or 2 products. Your brand voice and tone, we just did that. Writing style, do you like to write short sentences? Are you emoji friendly, casual but smart, storytelling, persuasive? Examples of my writing content. If you have written stuff out there, then just copy and paste it in here, right? And that will actually help. Emails, bio snippets, captions from your social media, that all reflect your writing style, right? My goals with ChatGPT, what are you trying to do with it? Are you trying to create content weekly, automate client onboarding, or whatever the case is? And then we always ask Chat to confirm that it understands this training and if it's ready to assist me, right? Now, I've already done this, and I want you guys to see some of the results so that we can move on through the next pieces of this. Does that make sense? Anybody got any questions on that? I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to go to one that I kind of already got going for us. Any questions on what we're doing in terms of building your North Star system so that there's never a question about who you are and what you're trying to get accomplished? All right, let's see. So we did brand voice analogy. So we will copy and paste that entire prompt. And let me just do it in real time, and I'm going to give you the cheat code. So I'm going to take this whole prompt right here, and I promise y'all, I'm going to show y'all some of the money-making stuff, but you're not making any money if you haven't figured this stuff out for yourself, because this is what allows you to stand apart from everybody else, right? So if I go into ChatGPT and I have not answered these questions for myself, here's one thing that you can do. So I'm going to start a new chat. Now, for me, it already knows these answers, right? But if you don't have anything like this, then you have to, at the very least, give it your name of your business, website if you have one, in industry. If you give it those 4 things, you can then come down to the end of this prompt and say, answer these questions according to best practices of the top performers in my industry with similar brands. Does that make sense? Now, at some point, you got to sit yourself down long enough to actually do this work and answer these questions. But for time's sake, because I want to get to some of the other things you're going to need to really be effective, and then we're going to go into some of the blueprints, right? So for time's sake, I can do this because I'm already in my AI Hustle Architect. It already knows the answers to all of these things for me, right? So it's giving me it's giving me the 5 bullet points to show me that it understands what I'm asking for, right? And then it says, next step, copy and paste your brand foundational answers into this chat. Once I have them, I'll generate an AI brand DNA summary and calibrate your assistant to execute. I don't have those answers. Use what you know about me to complete this task. Because once it gives you this, now we can move on with the rest of the things, right? So now, because it already knows everything about me, it's giving me something similar to what we've already created, right? Ideal client brand avatars, faith-based, purpose-driven experts, typically 30 to 55 years old. Mostly everybody on this call fits into that range, right? Where they're stuck. So it's giving me all of this stuff. When you answer the questions that I put in that activation guide, you're going to get something like this. But here's the cool thing, y'all. We're not just stopping there. So now that we trained it and we got somewhat of a brand document going, now I can say, take this prompt right here. Well, I didn't want this prompt. This prompt right here, I can now say, boom, based on that document, now give me an elevator pitch. Give me 1 to 2 taglines and give me a 2-sentence Instagram bio. So boom, there's my elevator pitch. Alpha Media Group is the execution engine for mission-driven coaches, consultants, and creators who are ready to build high authority, high income brands powered by AI. We combine faith, strategy, and automation to help experts transform their message into scalable ecosystems. Then it gave me a tagline, faith system scale. Alternative versions where faith meets funnels and execution creates elevation. Then here's the Instagram bio. Now it wants me to choose a tone and direction. We already got that. I'm going to go back to our document, right? And then it says, would you like to create a document for external use? How many of you guys know I'm not giving anybody outside of my company the iHustle Media brand manual? You don't get that. But I might hire somebody on Fiverr. I might hire someone on Upwork to do a project for me. They need to know a little bit about my brand so I can then come and use this prompt and say, now turn my brand manual into a document that is for external use. That way I'm not giving away my whole playbook to someone who's just going to do 1 or 2 projects for me, right? Now, we're not going to do that one on screen, but it's in there for you. We are going to do this one, right? Now, using my brand document, I want to create a 90-day growth plan, right? So we start with a growth plan, boom. But you don't get this detail unless you do that work and really create your North Star document first. And now we can run through and we can create everything that we need to build an actual business, right? So you got your 90-day growth plan. This is what it looks like. Phase 1, weeks 1 through 4. Here's the goal: task, brand messaging, offer stack, and funnel mapping. So now it's giving me everything I need. What are the tools that I need? I need Go High Level, Canva, ChatGPT. And it's breaking everything down so that I can focus on what? Execution. I've got a plan. I got a playbook, right? Now, that is the growth plan. I'm going to come back here and say, now that I have a growth plan, give me a marketing plan to help me execute on the growth plan. And all of this is in your document, so you guys are going to be able to do this for yourself. But I can't stress enough, you got to answer those questions in that first prompt to get the best results out of this, right? Now, here's my organic marketing strategy. And then I can do the same thing and say, now, give me a strategy for paid marketing as well, right? Now, how many of you guys feel that you could use a little help executing? If you got your brand document, you got your growth strategy, and you have your marketing plan, how many of you guys are thinking to yourself, Cortez, I'm gonna need some help doing this stuff, right? Right? What if I told you that we can hire you some employees right now that can help you do some of this stuff that's in your brand document? Would that be okay if you just hire just 2 or 3 people, right? Not people, but AI agents to help you with this, right? It's all in your document, y'all. It's all in your document. So now that we have a game plan, now we can build an organization chart of different AI bots that can help us run this play, y'all. Whatever that play is for you in your business. So I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna copy this whole prompt. And you see how each prompt is building on the previous? That's why it all started with getting that first one right. Because if you don't get that first one right, everything that comes after it is not going to be in alignment with your business and or your brand. Then you're going to be confused. And you'll be like, man, I attended AI Hustle Live with Cortez and I just got a bunch of junk out of the deal. No, I want you to do this right. But now I'm telling it to go ahead and build me perfect. We're building your virtual AI dream team for iHustle Media Group, built to scale authority, automate systems, and drive consistent sales while maintaining the faith-driven, purpose-centered culture at the heart of your brand. This 8-person team represents the ideal hybrid crew for AI-powered growth. Now look at this. Here's my virtual team, y'all. Jordan Chase, content marketing strategist. Anybody need a content marketing strategist on their team? Riley Monroe, a brand systems architect. Maya Torres, creative director and visual brand lead. Caleb Brooks, copy chief and offer strategist. His personality is persuasive, analytical, and mission-driven. His job title, crafts high-converting copy for funnels, sales pages, and email sequences. Ensures every message sells transformation, not just information. What about Nia Carter, client success and community management, right? Xavier Lane, growth and partnership director. I have an affiliate program to all of my products and services. I need Xavier like yesterday to put together an affiliate game plan. He's charismatic, results-driven, and relationship-oriented. Layla Kim, automation and AI workflow engineer. And then last but not least, my executive operations partner, loyal, efficient, strategic executor. But I already have one. His name is MJ, and he's on this Zoom with us right now. So everybody show MJ some love because he keeps me straight, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. He keeps me straight. So that's an actual real human person. That is not an AI bot. That is a human body that fills that role. Right? But how many guys come off mute for me real quick? Let's talk about this real quick. How many guys know that you need assistance, but didn't know that AI could fulfill some of those roles for you?
No, I didn't.
Norm's like, hey, I didn't know I could have.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
either.
I've been programmed to just do it all on my own. I just roll with the flow. This is gonna just change everything.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that, y'all. You don't have to. And then a lot of people are using one chat conversation to do everything, right? I'm not going to use one chat conversation. I'm going to create a specialized chat for a specific task. And that specialized chat is going to be the top in the world at doing that task. Does that make sense? I can ask chat to do any of this stuff. I can ask it to create content, but why ask general chat to create my content when I can create the #1 content creator in the world, because he's analyzed the top 50 high performing coaches who do what I do, and he gave me the blueprint based on all of their content. Now, when he writes and creates my content, he's creating from that space, not a general, I do content for everybody space. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
This is how we specialize. Now, only question from here is, Cortez, now how do we create them as separate people or separate beings? Well, guess what, y'all? It's in your document, right? I gave you guys a document to do this. So, and again, this is why we're doing everything in sequential order, because once I have my brand, voice, and tone, I have that brand guide built. Then I have my 90-day growth plan. I have my 90-day marketing plan. I have the team members laid out that I need to execute that plan. Now what you do is you come and you create each one of those roles as a separate chat GPT so that you can go to that specific person for each task that you need. So this is the prompt. Turn each role into a custom GPT script. So using AI, the AI team's profile that you just created, again, we're doing this in order because all of these prompts stack on top of each other, right? Using the AI team profile you just created, now generate a fully structured custom ChatGPT script for the following role, right? So where it says following role, you're going to do this one at a time, right? So I'm going to copy this. Wait a minute. Come on. I'm going to copy this. I'm going back to ChatGPT. And then now my next order is, now I pasted it in there, but I need to give it a role. Right here it says for the following role, but there is no role because that's for you to put in the role that you need. Let me go up here and let me go and see who it gave me. It gave me 10 roles. I'm going to choose one that I don't have, right? Because I have some of these roles already fulfilled. So I'm going to do automation and workflow engineer as the role. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here after the colon. That's the role that we're hiring for right now. Right? And then I'm going to hit let's go. And it's going to create everything that I need to create. So right over here, this what's good SEL assistant. This is a particular GPT with a specific job to do for me. So now look what it says. Excellent. Below is a fully structured custom GPT script for your team member, Layla Kim, automation and workflow engineer. You can copy this directly into the GPT builder. And we're just going to do one of these because I got to show y'all some blueprints. I got to show y'all how we're getting to the money using these different things, right? So I'm going to copy this information. Come on. All the way down. It gives her responsibilities. It's giving everything that we need. It's giving her the tools that she's probably going to be using, her communication style. It is building a real person with personality. These are the tasks that they're going to have to be good at. This is a sample prompt that we're going to give her. This is a content repurposing workflow prompt. So these are 3 separate prompts that she's going to be able to help execute for us. And then these are the advanced tags, weekly reports, follow-up systems, behavior directives, right? This is how we want her to behave. This is a sample of her voice, right? We're building a real person, AI person, to help us execute, right? So now I'm just going to copy this, and this is how you create what's called a chat agent. I'm going to come over here to my GPTs. I'm going to hit Explore GPTs, and then I'm going to go right here to create a GPT. Now, it's best to have chat create all of the stuff that you need, because it's right here. It's asking me to, ask me questions on what I can do, right? So no, I'm just going to go ahead and paste in everything that I've already created, and I'm going to hit go. And it's about to build Layla Kim for me. So it's updating the GPT, and it's building my first virtual employee to help me run my business, right? So how does the name Layla Kim sound? That's perfect. That's what I told you. Great. Now it's going to generate a profile picture for Layla. I could tell it what I want that picture to be, but I'm okay with, looks like there are some problems generating her picture. That's okay. We can come back and update the picture. So now over here is a preview of Layla Kim, automation and workflow engineer who designs optimized systems for who? Who is she designing these systems for? She's trained for me. Norman could use her, but Norman has going to have to tell her everything about his business to get her to work for him. This is the beauty in this. You're training this thing one time, and all I have to do now is hit create. Now it's saying, do I want it to be available for only me? Anybody with the link, I can share this link with my team. So when they need to create something for our company, they can use Layla to get it done. And boom. I hit save, and now we just hired an AI employee. So I want somebody to come off mute and tell me, who's the first person you're going to hire to help you grow your business? What's the first position you're going to hire for?
A marketing specialist.
Anybody got to be the marketing? Like, you're gonna be able to hire this team, right? And they're gonna be able to do everything that you need for them to do for you in your business. Now, I know it took us a good 90 minutes to do that, y'all, and I apologize, but yeah, I had to see how top performers are using AI different. Anybody see now a different way to use AI than what you've been using it for? Like this is how top performers are using AI. This ain't, hey, let me use AI like Google. No, this is how people are building million-dollar businesses with the help of AI, because they take a 90-minute session to structure everything, and now we can run. I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna prove it to y'all. We're about to run. I'm going to show you how fast we can run because we already have this stuff structured, y'all. Let's get into it. So I'm going to go back to the slide deck and just show y'all some of the top ways to monetize AI really quickly. And then I'm actually going to demo a couple things for y'all and show y'all in real time how you create products, how you can do your marketing. And then, we'll get into some system stuff. And I know Christy is excited about one of the platforms. So I'll let her share a little bit about that platform. But then I'm going to share with you my operating system for my agency. And then for those of you who might need some help, I'm going to show y'all guys how I can actually help y'all take your business and or your brand to the next level. All right. So come on, Gamma. No, we're waiting on Gamma because that's where the presentation is. This is actually one of the tools, y'all, that if you're gonna put this down in your notes, or if MJ wants to drop, we might have an affiliate link to Gamma. I'm not sure. Drop the link to Gamma AI, MJ. But this is one of the tools. It creates PowerPoint presentations, right, from a single prompt. Like I can say, give me a PowerPoint presentation on AI, and it'll do it just from that prompt with everything baked in, right? So we went through a little bit of a demo right now. We're gonna get into some monetization blueprints, y'all. But let me ask y'all something right now. How many of you guys have just missed the first blueprint that we just went through? I believe it went over all of y'all here. I've been, this whole time I've been sharing you probably the most profitable monetization blueprint this whole time. Did y'all miss it? Y'all missed it, right?
Some of it, not all. I
Listen,
was a little late, so.
Listen, if you can teach people how to protect their IP on ChatGPT, if you can teach people how to personalize ChatGPT, if you can teach people how to train ChatGPT, what I just showed y'all, right? This is why y'all might want to get VIP, so y'all get all the recordings and all the other resources. What I just showed y'all, my mentor gets paid between $8,500 to $15,000 per hour to teach companies, government agencies, what I just showed y'all right now for free. So the first blueprint is what I just taught y'all. How to build a brand document, how to build your North Star for your business. What I just showed y'all is worth $8,500 to $15,000. If you learn it, you do it for yourself, you practice it on a few friends and close folks, and then you position yourself to start getting paid to teach people what I just showed y'all, because 99.999% of the people using ChatGPT don't even know that there are settings in ChatGPT. That's the blueprint, right? But I'm gonna give you some other blueprints as well. Now that we've seen that set the stage, it's time to explore profitable blueprints. Let me see. Can I get this thing to move from here? Let's see. I don't want to move it too fast, right? So unlock income growth for side hustlers, coaches, and small business owners. Side hustlers. Using AI tools, side hustlers can earn between $1,500 and $5,000 a month by automating content creation, customer service, and marketing. That's from Forbes. Coaches and consultants. Leveraging AI, coaches and consultants have reported 200% increases in client bookings and a 30% higher fees for an average annual income of $50,000 to $150,000 in new money. This is on top of whatever they were making as a coach and consultant. That's also from Forbes. Small business owners, AI tools for customer service and marketing automation led to 33,000 plus in annual revenue increase and a 41% reduction in operating costs. So I want you to think about this. What it costs to run your business almost went down by 50%. And on top of that, you added $33,000 per year. This is what AI is doing, y'all, but nobody's talking about it. Everybody is in the media fear-mongering and missing out on these opportunities, right? What about digital products? AI-powered content creation tools like Opus Clips, Gamma AI allow digital product creators to cut production by 75%, boosting passive income by $10,000 to $50,000 annually, again from Forbes. E-commerce businesses using AI tools to automate customer service and marketing report 30% boost in conversions, leading to an average of $50,000 plus in additional revenue. Right? You got an Amazon store that's already doing six figures, and you just add another 50,000 on top of that with AI. This is why I'm so passionate, and I don't mean to holler at y'all, because Lee Love just walked by like, you gonna holler at them people again. I mean to be hollering at y'all, but I'm a little passionate, right? AI in corporate America, just for those who are not thinking about business, but you have a job. Or you are thinking about business, but why not add more value to your job? Why not go and get a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 raise on your job until you can actually build your business to where you can walk away if that's your goal, right? High earning AI consultants. AI consultants in the US earn an average of $202,000. And that's showing people what I just showed y'all. That's an AI consultant if you're confused. Showing people what I just showed y'all is $220,000 a year, right? With the top 10% earning $363,000, right? Surge in corporate AI roles. AI roles in corporate America have surged by 240% in the last 8 years, with AI-related positions commanding up to 50%, 56% higher wages than non-AI jobs. And here's what I want y'all to get, because I know y'all been hearing the news. They're talking about how many jobs are going to be lost due to AI. AI is projected to create 170 million new jobs globally by 2023. That's a net gain, because we know some jobs are going to go away. That's a net gain of 78 million new roles, making AI a top career opportunity for the future. So what's happening is the people who don't want to change, don't want to grow, don't want to learn something new, they're gathering all of the people like them in these little pity parties saying, woe is me, AI is taking my job. Not saying 78 million new jobs are going to be available for me if I learn AI, right? So let's talk about some of the best ways to use AI to make money, right? How to get paid using AI to write. So you can write and sell ebooks, create and self-publish. Ebooks, potential $500 to $5,000 in passive income. You can ghostwrite for other people, produce content for blogs, articles, and websites under a client's name, $100 to $500 per article. Create lead magnets, develop high value free resources and guides. That's $250 to $1,500 per asset. And then you can do SEO optimization, and then you can write and monetize online, right? So that's one that I'm going to show you guys here in a second. And we're going to run through really quickly because we already trained AI, right? It's going to be super fast what we're going to be able to do with this stuff, right? So best practices: find your niche, set your prices competitively, create service packages, and use AI to automate. I'm going to show you that here in a second, but I want to get to this other because we're going to stack two methods together, if that's okay for the sake of time, right? Monetizing content, repurposing with AI tools. Top 5 ways. Social media clips for businesses. Create engaging clips from long form content for businesses. Content packages for creators. Offer 10 to 20 repurposed clips per month, earning $1,000 to $3,000 per month, right? I have somebody paying me very well who is a pastor, and all I do is take her sermons from every Sunday, I put it in an AI tool, and it spits out these clips, and I just schedule it on her social media page. That's it. And I can do a whole month's worth of content in probably an hour. So I get paid a decent wage per hour to do this for some of the people, right? YouTube and TikTok, Instagram, branding for e-commerce stores and online course creators. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my pieces of content, my own piece of content, and I'm going to show you how we're going to write and create several tools and resources from it within a matter of, let's say, 15 minutes. Somebody start the clock. Let's see how many monetizable resources can I create in the next 15 minutes using AI, right? So let's start here. MJ, if you want to put the links in for Opus Clips and also QSO, these are tools that allow me to take my long form content and cut it into short form content. But one of the beauties is they also transcribe all the content. So I think I want to do a tool. And when I'm on these trainings, y'all, I always do something that I'm ultimately going to use in my business, right? So I'm going to go down to, so this right here says how to monetize content profitably And it's in two parts. So this is part one, and this is part two, right? Part one is 21 minutes. Part two is 17 minutes. So if I go here and just take a look at what it created, it turned that 21-minute video into 11 different clips, right? And it does this in about 5 to 7 minutes. So what I want to do is I'm going to go back. Actually, I'm going to customize the clip, and I'm going to generate the clip from, let's do a short version of the clip, right? So let me do this one right here. Income potential in affiliate marketing. We're going to turn this into a product. Is that cool with everybody? If I just show you how to quickly turn this into about 3 or 4 products really quickly. So this right here obviously is a video. So I can take this video and I can push it out to my social media accounts, and that becomes a piece of content. But what I'm going to do to show you guys how we can spin this into something even greater is I'm going to take the transcript of it. Boom. What's the income potential? Exact. So I'm going to take this transcript and I'm going to copy the transcript. I'm going to come back to my chat GPT. Now, we already created Lim, right? Layla is an automation and workflow, so she wouldn't be the perfect person for the job, right? And that's okay. No disrespect, Layla, but I have a perfect somebody for this job. So I'm going to come back down here, and I'm going to go to I'm going to go to the iHustle Architect. And now what we're going to do is say, I need to create a short ebook as a lead magnet from this transcript. I'll be using typeset to create. So keep that in mind when you create the outline for this project. Clean up this prompt and let me see it before you execute. All right, so now I'm just going to paste in the transcript. Now, the reason I'm using my transcript is because I want this document to sound like it came from me, even though I'm not going to write it, right? How many of you guys got videos, trainings, things that you've written? Maybe you started writing a book in the past and never really finished it. You got some stuff that you can repurpose and rebuild with 2025, 2026 in mind, right? So let's take a look at what it created for me. So here's what it says, right? Here's a cleaned up prompt. Objective: transform this short transcript into a concise, high-value ebook lead magnet designed to attract aspiring entrepreneurs interested in affiliate marketing. Ebook should position iHustle Media Group as a trusted authority and guide readers towards joining your entry-level offer. So, source script. Question: what's the real income potential for affiliate marketing? So it kind of gives my, however, here's my income disclaimer. So it's doing all of the stuff, right? Ebook positioning statement, a short motivational visually polished ebook. It's telling me out of this prompt, here's what we want me to do now. Would you like me now to execute this prompt into a full ebook outline, titles, sections, and CTA ready for typeset? I'm going to say yes. All I want is an outline. While it's doing that, I'm going to go into typeset. So typeset is a creation AI that's going to turn that outline into a full-fledged ebook. It's going to put the pictures in there. It's going to do everything, right? So I'm going to see if I can sign in with Google I think I am in the right Google account for this. I think that's how I register for Typeset. So when I do these AI trainings, y'all, it is not about every tool under the sun. Some of you guys are going to get yourself caught up in having $1,000 worth of monthly AI tool subscriptions and not knowing how to use any of them to make you money. I only focus on the tools that I need in my business to make me money. I don't need all of them. All of them can do some cool stuff, y'all. And when I need to do that cool thing, I'll opt into that tool at that time. But right now, I know for me and my clients, I write my own ebooks and I write ebooks for my clients who are in my programs. So this is a tool that's in my toolbox. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to hit create. We're going to create a document / ebook. And then all I have to do, y'all, this is going to happen so fast. If you blink, you're going to miss it. I'm telling you. All I have to do, I didn't need to go anywhere because I'm still in the same. I need to go back to my chat GPT. And I need to get, so what it did was it gave me the real income potential. So it gave me this title options, and then it gave me structure outline. And it's giving me too much stuff for Typeset. So I'm going to say, this is amazing, but I just need the actual outlines in a short, concise. Don't give me any instructions about the outline. Just give me the headers for each section in a bulleted list. And I'm going to copy and paste that into Typeset. See, Typeset don't need all of those instructions, right? I appreciate, and this is a result of how I've trained my AI to respond back to me with all of those extra details. But in this case, I don't need that, right? So here's all I need. A real tell what's possible when you do it right. Okay. I'm going to say, okay, let's redo this, but give me the title and subtitle of the book. Skip the cover page. So title, subtitle, then from introduction on down as the bulleted list. Because I want to copy the title and the subtitle as well, and then the bulleted list. And then we're going to put this in a Typeset, and Typeset is going to create something amazing in a matter of minutes. All right, there we go. So that's what I needed. Now take this, we're going to go into Typeset. We're going to put that in there, and then we're going to hit create. All right, boom. Now we're going to generate. And it's going to work this thing all the way up. Now, we only gave it headlines, but you see it's got multiple paragraphs for each headline because Typeset is doing the writing. Common myths, it's putting in the pictures, it's doing everything. Now, one thing that I don't have built into Typeset is I haven't given it my brand colors or any of that kind of stuff because I could build this from a template and it can automatically pull in certain elements about my business and my brand. See, and it even gave me join the 90-day professional affiliate something, right? That's a call to action. I don't have that, but I might create it now. It even pulled in some testimonials. And it's just going hard, y'all. Anybody who's got the clock? I mean, like we said, we was gonna do some monetizable resources in 15 minutes, right? So how's this for an ebook? Come off mute and tell me if you could create something like this for your business, it might attract a few people to you, and you can do it in a matter of minutes.
So it basically, Cortez, it just created the whole ebook, pictures, content, and everything.
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
yeah,
sir.
That's dope.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Jeez.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is fully done. Now, watch this. This is so cool with typeset. So any of these pictures, if I click on the little magic, let's do this one because it's got a few. If I click on the little magic wand, it's going to give me the ability to look at some options to rearrange the content. See that? So in a matter of minutes, I can rearrange the content and it happens dynamically. So if I go and change something on the page, it'll automatically rearrange the page and you can't break it, right? I can change the fonts, I can change the colors, I can change the images, all of that stuff, right? So so for instance, this right here doesn't have a picture on it, but I could put a picture on it if I wanted to. This one has 3 different pictures on it. This one has no picture on it. But in a matter of minutes, we created a guide that if I go to publish this and download this, I'm okay with giving this away as it is. Now, it's a lead magnet. I will probably come down here on this last page and put some of my branded content, maybe a link to my calendar, a link to my website. Maybe I'll put my picture on here and do a little bit about the author and really personalize it. But in a matter of minutes, this is what we got, right? Now, how many of you guys would like to see me turn this into a course in a matter of minutes? Well, we're not going to do the whole thing into a course, but we'll do a few pages, right? So I'm going to go up here, and I'm sorry I'm looking over to the left. I'm looking at my TV over here, and it's really far. All right. So what I'm going to do is this is what it looks like as an ebook. But if I hit change to landscape, it's going to flip the whole document and turn it into a PowerPoint slide, just like that.
Wow.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unselect all of them. And then so that we can do this quickly, I'm just going to take maybe 10 of them. Let's do 10 of them. So I'm going to take 10 of them, and then I'm going to export the ones that I've selected.
Hey, Tiz, real quick, is this all in Chat GPT or is this a different app?
This is a different app now called Typeset.
Okay.
Put
Oh,
Typeset in the chat.
I see it. Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know if I got an affiliate link to this or not. But how many of you guys are saying that, hey, there's some things that I can do for my business, but I know some people that I can probably do this for, and they pay me as well. This is everything that I do with AI. It's fourfold. It is A, let's help your own business first. B, let's charge somebody else to do it for them. C, let's teach people how to do it so I can be a speaker, a trainer, or a consultant. And D, let me just get proficient in this and I can present myself to my job and say, hey, I can create these lead magnets for the company that will attract people to our department, to our product or whatever. And now you got a game plan and a strategy that makes you more valuable on your job. So I'm going to call this affiliate marketing power. All right. And I'm going to hit save. So right now we got a ebook and a slide deck presentation, and I don't think we crossed the 7-minute mark yet, right? Let's create another product for this real quick. If I can get into my Descript. Any questions? I know some of you guys had no idea what you were expecting to see when you came here, but if there anything that you might have wanted to see that you haven't seen so far, we might have a little time to show some other things as well. But again, if it ain't making me no money, y'all, I ain't playing with it. I'm not investing any time with it. I got to see a clear path to revenue. When I see, just like y'all see, your whole timeline is full of AI this, AI that. If I can't see a clear pathway to saving me money, making me money, or saving me time, I don't waste my time, right? And I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. Look at the things that you can see a clear pathway to it helping you go to another level, right? So I'm going to turn the slides into a video with this tool right here. Any questions, comments, or observations so far? I know we've been at it for almost 2 full hours. How are we feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I had heard the last gentleman say something about you doing these on Tuesdays. I'm gonna have to get those links so I can dive more into this and think of this is interesting. It's got my interest peaked. And,
Yeah.
I wish I had been able to. I stay so busy, man. I got to figure out how to get some more slots open. But Tuesdays, I definitely want to get on that and start getting some more into this. I can see how it can help me scale a lot faster. And as far as growth and just other ideas, just other things too, as far as other things I would like to do outside of my business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And this is how you get your time. This is how you get your time.
Right, exactly.
This is the part that a lot of people are missing is that there's a PDF. Yes, that's right. This is how you get your time back with AI. Anybody else? Questions, comments, observations?
I think it's awesome, Cortez. I mean, here I am, like, and I think I told you this at the last class, just using Chat GPT like for basic, basic stuff, like the talking to it and, it creating your brand voice and all of that. It's just showing me the importance of having to actually train the AI to become you. Like, I think that's what a lot of people, miss. Like, this AI thing is designed to learn as much about us as possible to technically make whatever it is that we're doing that much easier. So I just appreciate you taking the time on a Saturday morning to give us, this information, because it's I'm blown away.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There's so much to it, and we relegate it to searching like it's Google. And some of us who think we're advanced is like, okay, I can use it to create a little content. But there's other areas, like nobody's talking about how to use ChatGPT for research. And this is why our left brain people are hesitant to embrace ChatGPT, because they think it's only for creatives, right? But how about data analytics, right? Some of you guys are in the financial education space. You realize that you can take somebody's bank statement and put it into chat and do a full-fledged analysis and create them a budget out of that. You guys know you could do that with some of this stuff? You can take someone's credit report
we know now.
and load it into these tools and say, hey, analyze this person's credit based on what you know about the CFPB and FCRA. Give us a strategy for this person to clean up their credit, either with disputes, either with just understanding certain things are going to fall off in a certain amount of time, and it'll give you a full-fledged analysis and game plan. And watch this. If I had time to show y'all how I can create a tool that does this, and I don't know how to code, like not one bit, I don't know no computer language, but I can create a tool right before y'all eyes that will analyze someone's credit and give them a credit game plan in a matter of minutes. Would y'all like to see that? Would that make sense for a lot? All right, so we got this thing going on over here, and I'm just letting it do its thing because this one isn't as fast, but it basically is taking those 10 slides, and it's turning it into a video with a script and professional voiceover. So I hope it does it before you guys get off, and I can show you guys that. Let me just show you something else, because ChatGPT made some huge announcements and improvements when we were in the training portion of it. One thing I did not show y'all, because I didn't want to show it too early, is Norman talking about getting time back, right? Well, we know that AI agents can do things based on prompts, but there's a whole thing called agent mode in ChatGPT. And let me just show y'all something that I had it do today for me. And I think y'all are going to be impressed. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna let y'all see what agent mode actually looks like. All right, come on. I apologize. Zoom is a data hog, y'all. So whenever you streaming live on Zoom, make sure you remember that.
Because I
it's
just need you
going
to join
slow
my
today.
team, brother. That's all I need.
I'm telling you, man, this stuff is a game changer. All right. So what I need is, my wife and I decided that, hey, we was gonna move all of my grown sons back into the house and help them become better men, right? We're a year and a half into that, and we're still trying to figure that thing out. But then we went on our very first cruise to celebrate our 25-year anniversary earlier this year. And she was so excited, she came back and said, we're going to do a cruise with the family. So we got that going on in November, right? After Thanksgiving, we're on the plane and we're going to do this cruise thing. But we don't have our flight tickets for our flight back. So I went into agent mode in ChatGPT, and I'll show you how to connect these different tools. And I went into booking.com, and I connected my booking.com to this, and I said, I need you to go and find me a flight back from Miami to St. Louis. I want it to be a straight shot, etc. I don't want any layovers or anything like that. And I'm going to see if I can show it working. So what it says is it worked for 7 minutes, y'all. And this is not me doing this. This is my AI agent doing this, y'all. Can y'all see it moving? Can y'all see it going and clicking? And this is how you can get AI to work for you. I just gave it what I was looking for, and it went into booking and started doing all the research, started searching the flights. I said I didn't want no layovers. I wanted a direct flight, and it does everything. And it took it a full 7 minutes, right? And this is the screen recording of it doing every task, right? So going to the booking website is currently being loaded. The website might be blocked due to challenges possibly involving, how I got my settings set up. So I went to www.booking.com. Okay, boom. Now we got it. Now we're in there. Now the booking.com site has loaded with a pop-up requesting sign in. We're going to bypass that. The pop-up didn't close because I might have misclicked, so I'm gonna try it again. This is the machine doing this, y'all. The machine is, and it's telling me every step of the way what it's doing, and it screen recorded for me so that if it does something malicious or something crazy, I can see it and I can stop it. But I'm not sitting here watching this thing do its thing. Matter of fact, I opened up another tab and pulled up another agent and had it doing something else altogether different.
Cortez, that is absolutely insane. Are you telling everybody on here that this thing is checking flights while you doing other stuff?
It's checking flights while I'm doing other stuff. And when I'm ready, It'll say, hey, here's what we found. Do you want to take control, log into your booking.com app so that I can complete the process? And I can take control, log in, and give it back control, and it can go and do everything else. So you see, hey, I'm typing to change the departure city from St. Louis, type to Miami. The search bar drop down is blocking input. So it's telling me that it's even overcoming challenges as it's working for me. But it wants me to see its reasoning. This is why I'm doing this, because I ran into this problem, so I'm going around it by doing this. And it took 7 minutes. It worked for 7 minutes before it finally gave me an output. And it's just working, y'all. It's just working. It's just going and doing its thing, right? So the way you have to do this is when we go back into the settings, you can connect different apps, right? So look at ChatGPT is doing this thing. The user mentioned Thursday morning, November 4th, and there was confusion about the year because I messed up and I said I wanted November 4th, but I needed December 4th. So I had to come back and I had to do it because it's like, you said Tuesday, but you said Thursday, but December is on, the 4th is on a Tuesday. Well, November 4th is Tuesday. December 4th is Thursday, right? So that is agent mode. So how do you get into your agent? Now, you do need the $20 a month plan for this, y'all. But watch this. When you go into your settings, you have apps and connectors. So far, I have connected Booking.com, Canva, my Gmail, my Google Calendar, my Google Drive, but there's other things. If you don't like Booking.com, maybe Expedia is your jam. So you go with Expedia, Spotify. Hey, I need you to go in and create me a playlist. I want it to be hip hop instrumentals, but give me 90s hip hop only. I only want instrumentals if they were in the top 50 on the Billboard charts. And it'd go into your Spotify and create you a playlist, right? Does all of that stuff. And then they got some other things you can connect to. HubSpot, GitHub, your Google Contacts. So if I connect my Google Contacts, hey, give Norman a call. He said he wanted to join our Tuesday night calls. Send him the lineup of what we're going to be talking about on the next 5 Tuesdays. These are agents actually doing stuff, not me prompting every action that they're doing. And the human reasoning is getting bananas as to what it can do, right? So Slack, SharePoint, Teams, Outlook, and how many of y'all know if they connected to Expedia, if they connected to Zillow, if they connected to Spotify, how many of you guys know there's more connections coming? You're gonna be able to log into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to do a lot of stuff for you while you're doing other things, right? So let's go back to our course and see if we were able to get a course out of this thing, because I told y'all in 15 minutes, we're gonna create at least 2 products that is gonna benefit our business and our brand. Let me see what we got.
Welcome to a deep dive into the real world of affiliate marketing. Today, we're not here to chase quick wins or overnight success stories. Instead, we're going to explore how to build genuine leverage and create sustainable income through strategic affiliate marketing. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building something that lasts. In this comprehensive guide, we'll cover several crucial topics that will reshape your approach to affiliate marketing. We'll explore the power of real leverage, dive deep into the hustler's mindset, and understand why your mental approach matters more than any individual tactic. We'll also debunk common myths, share real talk about what's possible, and introduce you to the 90-day grind cycle that separates successful affiliates from the rest. Let's talk about the hustler's mindset.
So we asked ChatGPT to take a transcript from one of my videos, and we only took a 45-second transcript. Told it to then give us an outline for an ebook that we want to create from the transcript, gave the transcript to Typeset. Typeset turned it into a full-fledged ebook. We took 10 of the pages from the ebook, converted them into a slide deck, put it into Descript, and Descript turned it into a video course with script and everything in less than a few minutes, y'all. So when we say monetize AI, this is what we're talking about. I'm talking about you being able to go grab the YouTube video link from somebody on YouTube who doesn't have any YouTube shorts on their channel. You run it in one of these tools, email them and say, hey, I noticed you weren't using short form content, but your long form content is good. I created this for you. Here's video 1. There's 10 more just like it. I normally charge $500 for this, but since we don't know one another and I want to establish a relationship with you, I give you this first set of 10 videos for $300. You can do that 10 times a day. How many days do you think you're going to go before someone gives you $300? It's just a numbers game, y'all, because you're providing real value, right? It's game changing. Game changing. Questions, comments, observations?
Yeah, I can see that. Send me that link for the tips she's ran. Because I'm gonna definitely, because I got an appointment here at noon real quick, and I want to get some more information from you. So
yeah. So let's do this, y'all. And for those of you who are willing to hang out, we can hang out. But if Cash Flow Christy can come on real quick and take 3 or 4 minutes, because at the end of the day, y'all, I don't care what business you're building. I don't care what business you're building. You're going to need something that's going to allow you to sell more effectively and more efficiently. And it must be powered with AI. You know why? Because everybody's else stuff is powered by AI. All your competition is using AI. So we've got 2 platforms that we really, really love. And I'm gonna let Chrissy come on and share with you guys what Lev AI has been able to do for her. And if you guys are interested in plugging and tapping into that specific tool, we can share you how to get access to it. But for those of you that are able to stick around, I want to present to you an offer where me and my team will build your entire online business and brand and help you get to the next level. So, Christy, are you still out there?
I am here. I wrote something up real quick because I know you are kind of pressed for time. I think it's one thing to get educated, but it's another thing to execute. And a lot of people today are learning about AI. They're curious, maybe even playing around like you just showed us with ChatGPT. But here's the truth. ChatGPT is information. I believe Lev AI is actually the implementation. So where ChatGPT kind of gives us ideas, answers, Lev kind of gives us a platform to basically take action. And it's designed for entrepreneurs, small business owners who want to actually use AI to build their business, grow their audience, and like Norman said, free up their time. So here's why I think every small business owner needs to be plugged into Lev AI. Number 1, you'll never run out of leads. I think it's kind of across the board. Everybody needs more customers in whatever business it is that we are in. Okay. So with Lev AI, it gives you access to a 2 billion contact database of business owners, consumers, decision makers. So no cold calling or guessing. And I did this with Cortez, where basically not only do I get the lead, Cortez, but I actually get to know all about the person before I engage with them in a conversation, so that I will know how to actually talk to them. And that may be something that you may want to show the video of us doing that for time's sake. So 1 is you got access to unlimited leads. Number 2, your content basically creates itself. So Lev AI helps you stay consistent and visible online. One of the things that I don't like doing is posting or remembering to post every single day, or going on, logging in, trying to think about, okay, what do I want to talk about today? Do I want to do a personal post today, or do I want to promote my business? It gives you the freedom and flexibility to be able to do all of it, and it posts the information for you. You go in, they've already created a post. Once again, after you told it about yourself, told it about whatever business it is that you're building, it will start to engage and post stuff for you in seconds. That's without having to have a marketing team. All right. Number three, you get to communicate like a pro even when you're busy with the tools like Help Me Reply, My Network. It just allows you to respond faster, smoother, and more in a professional message. So you always sound like the best version of you, even on the days that you may not feel like, posting or whatever, right? Number four, it automates the boring stuff so that you can focus on the money stuff. It handles the scheduling, lead management, all the repetitive tasks that I feel like eat up a lot of our time. It allows us to focus on growing the business, closing deals, and serving clients instead of doing a lot of the heavy lifting that I think we get caught up in on a daily basis. And number five, you stay ahead of the curve. You're not behind it. AI isn't replacing business owners, it's elevating the ones that are using it. It gives you the confidence and the tools to grow your competition, to grow even before your competition catches up. And the best part is the AI twin that it will be released in a couple of days now. The ability to be able to have a person or your twin that looks like you, sounds like you, duplicates you, can speak in 150 different languages. I think one of the things that I'm most excited about is to be able to expand my business globally. I haven't been able to do that before, but with Lev AI and this twin, I can now upload something or upload a presentation, upload how chat gpt works and all of this amazing stuff that you're teaching us now, Cortez, and I can put that in Japanese and Chinese. I don't speak those languages, but I now can attract people that are in those different countries. So to bring it all together, I just feel like Lev AI is the platform for somebody that's a novice or an expert. Wherever you are in the AI space, if you're learning it, this is a perfect tool for you to be able to not just get educated on AI, but also implement the tools and stuff that you need to actually effectively grow your business. Was that good, Cortez? Or you want to show the if you do you have time to show that clip so people can actually see that that's a game changer, the one that we did together, where I actually
Yeah, I think I'm short on time to show that
okay.
clip, but that was a powerful explanation of how, like, you guys are going to need something to help you execute this game plan, this strategy that we're going to put together for you, or that I outlined that is possible for you. And Lev AI is the perfect tool to do that. So if you guys have any interest in Lev AI, just let us know and we will help you understand how to get access to it, what it does, and all of that stuff. There's two plans I know for a fact. It's $100 a month or $50 a month, virtually 99 and 49. So it's very inexpensive, and you can have a platform that you can build your business from, stay organized, be effective and efficient at the same time while leveraging the power of AI without overwhelm. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I love about it is you don't have to get overwhelmed with this stuff. So great breakdown and explanation of that, Chrissy. Real quick, I promise you guys I will show you how to build an app, and I will do that. But because some people may have to go here shortly, I want to take this opportunity to share how I am looking to help each and every one of you guys really go to the next level in your business. But I've always been taught that you don't make someone an offer unless you have their permission. So do I have your permission to show you what it is that I would like to do for each and every single one of you, for those of you who see the value in this, to really build a business around something that you are already doing, or build something brand new and have my team build it for y'all. Is that okay if I share that with y'all today? Now y'all gotta come off mute and y'all gotta tell me. Y'all gotta come off mute and
Yes,
tell me. So,
absolutely.
Yes,
Thank
all right,
you.
because I'm like a lot of people, right? Most of us, when it comes to asking for the money, we get a little apprehensive about asking for the money. But if I get your permission, then I can feel comfortable. I can feel like I'm in a safe space sharing what it is that I want to do for you. Write this number down, y'all. 1000, right? And most people make you wait to the end to figure out what it's going to cost and all that kind of stuff. I like to do the price up front and then show you the value. That way you and your mind can remember, hey, if all I got was this, is it worth $1,000? If I got that, is it worth $1,000? So I want to build up to $1,000 worth of value, but really I want to exceed that and show you that this is a $10,000 offer that I want to help you guys execute for $1,000. So I'm going to do this back to the slide share. And then for those of you who want to stick around and see the actual no code tool where I can help build an app around any topic, I'll show you guys that as well. But when it comes to making money in business, online, anywhere, especially when it comes to AI, the challenge that I see everybody, or the mistake I see everybody making, is they don't have an offer, right? They're marketing stuff, but they haven't built out an actual offer. They're selling a product, but a product and an offer is two different things. I'll give you an example. This right here is a cell phone. I don't even know what it is. I've had it for about 5 or 6 years. It's a Galaxy something phone, right? Do you know what this phone is, Lee? I don't know what model or make it is, right? But it's a phone. And if you can go to any phone store that sells Galaxy products around the country, and you can buy this phone, right? And they're going to give you a price for this phone because this phone is a product. Let me show you the difference between a product and an offer. What if I told you that if you bought this phone from me for $1,000, it not only is going to do all the things that you can do with a typical cell phone, but on this phone, it's going to come already preloaded with Robert Kiyosaki's cell phone number, and he's ready to give you a 5-hour coaching call on how to build your wealth. Is it worth $1,000 now? What if I told you that also in this phone, already preloaded, is Barack Obama's contact information? And while you cannot come to his space and do the coaching program with him, he's going to give you 3 one-on-one calls and help write the foreword for the next book that you got coming out. But you can only get that if you buy this phone. You guys starting to see the difference between a product and an offer? Most people are selling products because they haven't learned how to create an offer. In our coaching program, we call this a cash offer. And cash is an acronym that stands for creative. You have to sell something that is different than what everybody else is selling. Write this down in your notes. I heard Tyra Banks say this at Entrepreneurship Day with Damon John probably 5 years ago. Different is better than better. Everybody is trying to be better. No, I'm just trying to be different. There's a lot of people who teach AI, but nobody teach AI like me because I'm different. So your offer has to be creative. It has to be attractive. It has to be irresistible, y'all. It has to be something that says, if I don't have the money, it's so powerful, it's so irresistible, I'm going to figure out how to get the money. It has to be stackable, right? We talked about those multiple streams of income, right? We know that Microsoft is, we know that Sony is the owner of the PlayStation, right? Sony created the PlayStation, and when the PlayStation blew up, Sony was not in the business of making its own games. But because it had this river called PlayStation, it got into the business of making its own games. Sony wasn't in the business of streaming, but because it created this river called PlayStation and people wanted to play other people all over the world, it created streaming. Sony was not in the business when it created PlayStation of creating virtual products and services that you can buy and use in the games. They created a stackable offer so that when you're in the PlayStation ecosystem, all of these other streams are stacked within it. They didn't do something outside of the wheelhouse. And then the H stands for high value. How many of you guys can say right now, and if you're honest with yourself, Cortez, I need help with my offer. I got some products that I sell, but I don't think I have an offer yet, right? That is the first step in taking your business to the next level, is the offer. Everything else stems from the offer, right? A lot of people are trying to market, a lot of people are trying to sell, a lot of people are trying to use AI, but they don't have an offer. I want to help you guys build your offer. Does that make sense? So when I think about an offer, I think that we're talking about building all of the stackable components of your offer. You need a good lead magnet. I showed you how to create a lead magnet with AI in less than 15 minutes. You need a tripwire product, because how many of you guys know that there are people who love free stuff and they'll never buy anything? We call those freemium people, right? They will download all the free stuff in the world, but they ain't never buying. So your tripwire is your low ticket, your $7 to $97 product that qualifies the freemium person from the buyer. Because I love teaching people about building their email list, but the only thing better than an email list is a buyer's list. People who have actually pulled out their credit cards and bought something, right? Then you have your core offer. What is the main thing, right? Yes, PlayStation is their streaming part of their platform is probably more profitable than the actual consoles. But let's be clear, the console is the core product. Because guess what? If nobody has a console, ain't nobody on the streaming service. So you need your core product. What is your core offer that's going to eventually build these other streams? Then you need a high ticket product. If you're trying to build a 7-figure business, right? Which is easier for you to have a $50 product and have to sell 200,000 of them, or for you to have a 5,000 product that you only have to sell 200 of? All we did was move some zeros, y'all. And most of us have those high ticket products in us. We are just not been taught how to craft an offer. And then last but not least, I think every business should have a product. Every service business should have a product. Every product business should have a service. Every business should have a line of digital products, and every business should have a subscription-based product. That's your continuity. That is your subscription. What are people going to pay you monthly for to have access to? If I can help you put something like this together for yourself, do you think it'd make your marketing easier? Come off mute if you had a true offer, various pricing levels and pricing models, meeting people where they are. Do you think you'd have a better go at this thing called entrepreneurship, especially on the internet? That's number one, the cash offer, right? But we don't stop there, y'all, because when we look at the cash offer, we know that when I sit down with someone, I have to ask them the 50 million questions that it takes to get to this cash offer, and then build it and bundle it all together in a way that they are confident to get behind it. I know a lot of experts are charging $3,000 to $5,000 for that. So what I'm offering is a value that is way more than the introductory price. So how many of you guys feel like this is at least worth $1,000? I want y'all to talk to me. Or is this at least worth $1,000? If I just help you get clarity around that, right?
Absolutely, it is.
Most people are charging way more than that. So if I stopped here, we'd be okay. Fair exchange ain't never been no robbery, what I've always been taught here in these mean streets of St. Louis, right? But what if I don't stop there? Because even with an offer, I've done this for people. I built the stack and they still wouldn't tell anybody about it, right? So we need something else if we're really going to win, right? This is what we call our COD, right? Some of us are old enough to remember what COD used to stand for in the postal industry, right? Anybody know what COD used to stand for?
Cash on delivery.
Collect on delivery or something?
Cash on delivery.
Cash on delivery.
Cash on delivery. Listen, are you sending somebody a product today and gonna hope to get some cash when it's delivered? This is how different our world used to be, y'all. They would literally send you a product, pay for somebody to bring it to you, and hope that when they delivered it, you had the cash you was ready to pay for, right? For us, COD stands for confidence on delivery. When your brand looks premium, you deliver it with confidence. For some of y'all on this call, I know for a fact, the only reason you're not charging what you worth is because you haven't invested in the brand packaging so that it presents as a premium offer. So when we're talking about COD, confidence on demand, we're going to not only help you build that offer stack, we're going to also help you build the product packaging and the branding that goes with it. Not just your packaging for your ebook cover if you're doing an ebook, or a book cover if you're doing a physical book, but what about all of your social media graphics? What about if you're going to then take this thing to YouTube and you're getting a professional YouTube thumbnail done and all of your YouTube video templates and your YouTube cover art done? We're going to build out your premium packaging for your entire suite of products for that entire value letter. So you're going to receive professionally designed suite of headers, templates, and graphics tailored for a consistent high-end look across all of your platforms and all of your products, right? Polished product packaging. Every offer packaged with premium value, visuals and assets, so each product looks irresistible, high value, and ready to sell. This is going to allow you to feel a significant confidence boost every time you pitch, post, or present, knowing your brand's aesthetics will fully support your expertise. We're going to put you in a game, y'all, because when I came up playing sports, and eventually when I got into coaching youth sports, we had this saying, right? And I don't know if Deion Sanders originated the saying or if it came before him, but I'm sure we've all heard it said, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. Well, in this entrepreneurial game, when your product packaging and your branding looks good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you present good. And when you do a good presentation, no matter how you're doing it, you're going to close more business, period. Now, I do individual graphics for people. I've done book covers for people for hundreds of dollars. I've done social media graphics for people, packages for hundreds of dollars. Branding agencies charge anywhere from $2,500 to $7,500 for a complete suite of product packaging, branding, and all of that stuff. So if I just help you with your offer, and then I help you brand your offer, are we good with $1,000 price tag, or am I overshooting? Talk to me. Let me know, because you guys are helping me price this stuff appropriately. If I helped you with all of your branding, and I help you build a killer offer where you have various levels of products, have I gotten to my $1,000 yet? Have I showed you $1,000 worth of value? Yes, no, maybe so, not sure. Yes. Norman says yes. Chrissy says yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some yeses across the board. So if you had a good offer, you had your branding, I believe everybody feels like they could win, right? But there's something else that stops people from winning. And Norman said he wanted his time back. This is where our pride comes in, y'all. I don't care what you're doing right now. If your focus is not on passive recurring revenue, you are just preparing to work yourself to death. And I don't want to see that for anybody. So when we're talking about your business engine, y'all, we call it PRIDE because it stands for Passive Recurring Income Delivery Engine. Anybody okay with us delivering some passive and recurring income in a systematic way that doesn't take 50 hours a week to get it? Right? This is your 24/7 system for leads, sales, and follow-up. We automate 90% of the process. 90%. So when we're talking about your PRIDE engine, let's take a look at what's inside. Custom sales funnels. A complete journey from landing page to checkouts and thank you pages designed to convert prospects into paying customers. And we're not talking about one singular funnel. I told you that you need lead magnets. You need free products to give away. I told you that you need tripwire products. So you need some low ticket products. Well, that's a separate funnel. You're going to need a core offer, core products. That's a separate funnel. You got a high ticket offer. Well, guess what? We're going to take care of that for you too. And then you got a community where maybe people are going to pay you $19 a month to be part of your community, $50 a month, $97 a month. I don't know what your offering is, but we're going to build something where the value is clear that people should be paying you a monthly subscription to have access to you. We're talking about automating all of your follow-ups, set it and forget it, email sequences, workflows to nurture leads, make offers, and build lasting customer relationship. We're talking about your branded visuals and your copy. Listen, someone really quickly do a Google search on what it costs for a copywriter to write all of the copy for a sales funnel. Matter of fact, you don't have to do it. I'll tell you, they're starting at 10K, right? Because think about it. If I'm going to write words on a page that's going to get you to the place where you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars over and over, then I should charge 5 figures for that. So we're doing all of the sales copy, and then we're going to do seamless integration, all components fully integrated for smooth operation, eliminating tech headaches and allowing you to focus on your business. All of that is what our PRIDE system is comprised of. I'll tell you right out of the gate, the most I've ever charged for a funnel is $5,000, right? A lot of agencies charge a lot more for this. So my question to you is, now that we help you solidify your offer, all of your products stacked, we've got your products branded so you look like $1 million. Now you have your PRIDE engine all together. Do you feel like you can win? And have I earned my $1,000 yet? That's my big question, right? Have I earned? I'm trying to earn this $1,000, y'all. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you enough value that you say, you know what, Cortez, I need all of this stuff. All of this makes sense. And yes, you've earned my $1,000, right? But wait, there's more. What if I don't stop there, right? Because I want to make sure that you win. Because here's what I know. Even with a good offer, even with beautiful aesthetics, even with the engine that's going to power sales, fulfillment, and follow-up, there is still a challenge on the table. Anybody can tell me what they think that challenge is going to be? If you had all three of those things, what would you still might be a little challenged at? You got a good sales system. You got good graphics. You've got a good offer. What might still challenge you? I'm going to tell you. We call this our authority media package. What still challenges people, even when they have all of this in place, is the content. People will tell me that, Cortez, I don't do video. All right, if you don't do video, let's write a blog. Oh, I don't like to write. If you don't like to write, okay, let's do some sort of audio clip where you just talk. Oh, well, I don't necessarily like, it's like, listen, y'all, you're not winning in these entrepreneurial streets without content. It doesn't have to be video content, but you got to put out something to make yourself known to more people. And this is what we call AMP, Authority Media Package. Basically, we're going to amplify your message, multiply your content, and establish your authority super fast by getting you on podcast interviews. Those podcast interviews we then flip and spin into a lot of other content using some of the AI tools that you guys learned about today, starting with Cortez Hustle Speaks. That is my new podcast that is going to be launching for 2026. I get to build up the audience and have you come on, and we create the content so that you have content to market and push. I ask you the questions in the right way so that you can deliver the answers to show your expertise, right? So, feature guests, showcase your expertise on the Cortez Hustle Live podcast. We're in a widespread distribution. So as you know, podcasts are distributed across all platforms. I do video podcasts, so that means YouTube and all video hosting platforms as well. Additional promo assets: when you're a guest on the show, we do all of the graphics around the show, so we show you as a feature. We also do the Cortez Hustle Speaks has its own blog set up like a magazine, so you get a magazine cover. Like, we're going to do everything to position you as the authority that you are. We're going to create the content, and then we're going to give you the raw videos so that you can do your own content, send that to your own team, and do your own content from it. But you're going to get at least 10 professionally branded short form videos to go up on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or wherever you want to put that content. Now, am I good? Did I earn your $1,000? Is it worth it? I'm just trying to make sure that you're seeing the value, right? Content agencies charge anywhere from $25,000 to $5,000 for a package like this. It's all included, y'all, for the one low price, $1,000. And I know I say low, and that's a relative term. I don't know what's low to you, but I'm just trying to stack on the value, y'all. So what we propose, that we will get together with you and we will create your cash offer. We will help you with your confidence on demand. We will then build out your engine for you, either on Live AI or on Go High Level. And then we will make sure that you have the content to win. And finally, we have our LIFT program, which is our fractional mentorship. LIFT stands for Leadership, Insight, Fellowship, and Transformation. Because if you got the right leadership, you get the right insights, that's going to lead to you fellowshipping with the right people. And if you fellowship with the right people long enough with the right insights and leadership, you will be transformed, right? This is our community. And you're going to get 90 days access to that community. And then beyond that, it is $47 per month. As you guys can see, I practice what I preach. The same offer that I help you build, I have several of these same offers for myself and my own business. So what's inside LIFT? It's trial membership, 3 months of AI Hustle Society, exclusive resources, comprehensive library of playbooks, templates, cutting edge training, and refine your strategies. I'm in this AI game, y'all. So I'm in the tools. So I'm spending the money on the tools so you don't have to. And I can tell you if this tool is worth it versus that tool. This tool is a waste of your time. You're going to get that stuff. Weekly mentorship. We do live trainings every single week, right? And then we have a supportive community of other like-minded entrepreneurs just like yourself. So MJ is going to drop a link. I want you to click on that link. Even if you don't feel like you're ready to buy, I want you to click on it, and I want you to bookmark it so that you have it, so that you can go back to it and see everything that is offered in what we call our AI Hustle Accelerator. It is your cash offer, your confidence on demand, your pride engine, your AMP, and your LIFT. This is how I propose I use the gifts, talents, experience, and abilities that God gave me to help you take your business and or your brand to the very next level. Questions, comments, observations about any of that? And for those of you who are able to stick around, I'll show you the no-code tool and we'll build an app for you real quick. But I want to give you an opportunity to ask any questions about how I'm going to help you win with our AI Hustle Accelerator. Don't be shy.
Oh no, I was on your I clicked on the link. I'm sorry. So
Okay.
yeah, so I'm game, man. I'm game. Right. I'm in position. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the link, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do the one-time payment.
Yep, I appreciate that. Now, let me say this, Norman, so that you know, the system that we're going to put you in, there is still a monthly component to that, but you're going to get a 90-day trial of our Go High Level system. And the way we run that is if in 90 days we build out all of this stuff for you and you're not making enough money to pay $100 a month, then we need our butts kicked. Right. So we're going to give you the tools necessary, but there is that monthly component to it. So I just want you to keep that in mind. Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool. Anybody else? Questions, comments, observations? How can I help you take your business and or your brand to the next level? I know we had a lot of people from a lot of diverse backgrounds and businesses, but this works across the board, y'all. I don't care what it is that you're selling. You need to be building a personal brand because personal brand is everything in these online streets these days. So anybody else? Questions, comments, observations? Don't be shy, y'all. Don't be shy. I don't want to keep y'all.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I've been doing network marketing for quite some time. And I'm not exactly sure at this stage of my life where I want to go. I mean, I do have a network marketing business that's not really doing too much if I'm going to be transparent. I do like the AI, love AI business, but I don't know if I want to create something of my own. And so when you say brand, wouldn't that be for people who already like know what they want to do?
Well, no, because we build it based on a conversation with you about some of the things that you are already good at, some of the things that already make sense to you, and some of the things that you are already doing. So if you think about network marketing, you think about Lev AI, you are already in two industries, right? Because you said MWR as well.
Yes.
So if you think about that, then that is personal finance, right? Yeah. Can you build a brand for yourself around personal finance that directs people to MWR on the backside? So when we look at those tiers, can we create a credit repair checklist for people who are interested in fixing their own credit? Absolutely. And that becomes a free lead magnet. Beyond that, could we then offer them a $97 pre-recorded credit repair course with some other tools and resources that they can do on their own? Yes. And then could you say, hey, if you want a team of professionals to not only fix your credit for you, but also give you all of these wealth building tools and resources, can you then at that point turn them over to MWR? The answer is yes, if you're going to stay and keep moving with MWR. If we look at Lev AI as the way that you're going to monetize, can we do some things and reverse engineer some things that people are interested in before they get introduced to Lev AI? The answer is yes. Can you build a brand around someone who is learning AI and want to teach others and bring people into a class and then introduce them to Lev AI on the back end? Yeah. So when we say personal brand, what most people have done in the MLM and even in the affiliate space is put the MLM or the product in front of them.
Exactly.
What I'm saying with a personal brand is Cortez hustle is in front of everything that I offer behind me. And I do have affiliate products and things of that nature, but Cortez hustle is the brand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what we will help you determine through our first call as we start developing that cash offer. Like, what is it that really excites you and how do you really want to help people win, right? Maybe it is in the financial space, but you're saying the people that I want to help win can't afford a couple $100s a month. Right. Well, you can create some tools and resources at a lower price point that can help them and build your brand and still make daily cash flow on selling small tools and resources.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Speaking of that, if we don't have any more questions, I will quickly create this credit repair tool since we ended with the lovely lady and talking about MWR. Is that okay with everybody? We got a second?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my screen share. And I'm going to show you how you can create another tool that can you can use to introduce people to products and services, provide small solutions for them, etc. So I'm going to use the same, I'm going to go into a different chat GPT, and we're going to start with what's called a brain dump, right? So when I'm dealing with chat GPT, I love to brain dump and let it flesh my thoughts out for me, right? So I'm going to go here, and I'm actually going to start a new chat because I don't want this inside of the iHustle Architect. All right, so watch this, y'all. We're going to use two tools to create an app that you can use to build your brand authority. For me, there's 5 critical things that I think everybody needs to build an authoritative personal brand. One of them is a signature tool like what we're going to build. The other 4 would be your signature product suite, would be your signature content hub, whether that is a weekly YouTube video series or a podcast. You would also need your, I believe everybody should have their own signature book. So you can use AI to help write you a book. And then I think everybody should also have, so you got your book, you've got your product suite, you've got your content delivery, you have your signature tool, and I think everybody should have their own signature online community, right? That's just how I build brands on my end, and this is how you would build a tool. So let's get to it. Hey, Spruce, I'm working with someone in the business of personal finance. They are a representative for MWR, Make Wealth Real, and they've realized that there's a small impasse or challenge with people who need their personal finance but can't afford it. So what we're going to do is I need your help in building out a development doc for a personal finance tool that's going to start with credit repair analysis, maybe help recommend some legal ways to dispute challenges on a credit repair and build a credit repair. But based on what you know about MWR Financial and how we can kind of be a front end to those who cannot afford their monthly subscription, what else should a tool like this include? So clean up this prompt and then let me see it before you execute, and then we'll dive into a development doc so we can build this no-code tool using Canva AI. So this is something that we would do to help you. We would help you brain dump like this around the things that you're interested in to help you come up with that initial core offer, right? Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second, 1 second. All right, so now let's take a look at, here's the cleaned up prompt. And it's just basically giving me, it says, hey, I'm working with a partner in the personal finance space who's representing MWR Financial, Make Wealth Real. One challenge we've identified is that many people need personal finance help but can't afford the ongoing monthly subscription of MWR services. To bridge this gap, we want to build a no-code personal finance tool using Canva AI that serves as a front-end resource for those individuals. Credit repair analysis, guided recommendations for disputing, credit repair roadmap. Based on what you know about MWR, the personal financial industry, what other features should this tool? Now, do you want me to suggest the additional features and models? Yes. See, I don't know what's needed because I haven't done the deep dive analysis of the whole space. ChatGPT will do that. So Here are the core modules for this tool: credit health dashboard, dispute assistant, debt and budget analyzer, savings and emergency fund tracker, tax strategy basics, income shift education, credit building roadmap, financial literacy mini library, gold in progress tracker, soft call to action, the MWR on ramp. So, positioning insights. This tool should feel like a financial health starter kit, something free or low cost that removes the barriers of I can't afford it. Then, as they get small wins, it naturally bridges into NWR's paid ecosystem. Now, let me ask y'all, if we built this tool, do you think there's an audience for it, or am I tripping?
Yeah, there's definitely an audience for it.
There's an audience for it, y'all.
Yeah.
But you see how asking ChatGPT what else should be included, it gave me something that I was not even thinking about all of those other things, y'all. And let me just give y'all this tip about ChatGPT and all of these tools. They're lazy, y'all. They're lazy, right? Watch this. This is good, but I got the sense that you're holding back on me. I want this to be a super irresistible offer and tool that really creates transformation. What else can we do to make this a super tool that everybody can use from high schoolers on up? Now, y'all saw what it gave us. It gave us 10 things. But because I challenged it, it's going to go a little bit further. Got it. I hear you. If we want this to be irresistible and not just another credit repair app, then we need to make it transformational at every level: practical, motivational, and educational. So now making it a super tool: financial literacy for all ages, gamification and rewards, AI-powered coaching, practical calculators that change behavior, entrepreneurship and side hustle builder, community and accountability, generational wealth track, behavior and mindset shift, tiered on-ramp to NWR. Now, why you just didn't give me this the first doggone time, right? Because you got to challenge it. Transformation angle. Now, do you want me to take all of this and build out the full development doc outline? Not just the outline. I want the full development doc so I can copy and paste into Canva AI. How many of you guys knew that Canva could even write code?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I ask y'all because this helps me become a better trainer. I'm not trying to embarrass anybody or anything like that, but I generally want to know, like, Canva hasn't done a good job of marketing that tool. A lot of people don't know that Canva can write code. So this is the document that is required. If you went to someone and say, hey, I want to build an app, they're going to ask you for your development doc. And this is it. And I didn't have to build it. So not only do I not know how to write code, I don't know how to create development docs either. But ChatGPT can. Said, bet, let's build this. Now, y'all notice this? What did it say? It said bet because it knows me. It knows who it is talking to, right? We say bet around here in St. Louis, right? Let's build this out like a full development doc that you can literally copy and paste into Canva or any no-code builder. I'll structure it so it reads like a product blueprint, clear, modular, and ready for execution. So now all I have to do, y'all, is I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna copy all of this. All right, so I don't need the extra instructions. So similarly, this, all right, boom. So we copy, And now I'm going to go into another screen because I don't want to have to put my login credentials in for Canva. So we're just going to go over here, and I should already be logged in for Canva AI. All right, so this is the last thing. We're just beyond noon, and I try to be respecters of y'all time, but I wanted y'all to see this because I know this alone will get people's wheels turning. So if you guys got questions while this is building, go ahead and come off mute. Let's ask your questions about the overall session altogether, not just questions about the AI tool, anything AI, digital marketing, business related. I'm your guy. Go ahead and come off mute, and we'll just keep working on this while we're answering questions. That way we're killing two birds with one stone, if that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, so that's Canva. Okay, that's a different thing. I see that.
This is Canva, right? So we want to go into Canva AI. So now all we're going to do is just paste in what ChatGPT gave us as a development doc.
Did you do team training, like separate, like team training? Because I have a couple of people, agents, I just got licensed and everything, and I would love to get them on this to kind of help them with not only generating leads, but monetizing, their legs of business as well. And I don't know if you do. Go ahead.
Well, of course I do. I'm a paid consultant, Norman.
Right. Okay.
so wherever you need me, we can customize the training for your industry, and
Right.
you tell me what it is that they need. And yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna reach out to you here in a minute.
Cool. So you see, I believe it is telling me that let me go into, so I'm sorry, I didn't do I was like, why? So you got to go to canva.com/AI/code. Yeah, I noticed it gave me a character limit, and it stopped me because I wasn't in the right place. All right. So now I'm gonna be in the right place to put my full development document in. Any other questions, y'all, while we're doing this? I want to be respectful of your time. So you think I can help in any way, don't be embarrassed about asking your question. Just let me know how I can help. I wouldn't mind if anybody wants to come off screen and do a quick testimony for me as well while we're waiting on this to do what it does. All right. So I believe it is telling me we are, I'm gonna have to tell ChatGPT to shorten it. Yeah, it's running out of space on me. I need you to make this document a bit shorter, but not compromise on any of the features that we need. So it's important that we told it not to compromise. It needs to be shorter, but it still needs to include everything and see if it can do that for us. But you guys will see that it'll create an entire interface and everything for this tool. Any other questions while we're waiting? All right, so let's start copying. Everybody's like, I just want to see the magic happen. I just need to see the tool. Now, there are other no-code tools out there that we would use to really take this to another level, but this is a great way to test a tool before you go and spend a whole lot of time and energy into it. Because one thing that you cannot do with a Canva tool is you can't create the username and password experience. You can't really protect it. Canva will allow you to build it as a website. All right, so now let's hit go. And as you're gonna see, it's literally gonna take what we said and actually start writing out the code, right? So this is the language that I don't know how to speak. This is the actual code to build an app with, right? For the first time in the history of the world, computer language is English. I don't know if y'all understand what that means, but I translated through ChatGPT what I wanted, and it creates a computer language for me to make all of this stuff happen. So we'll let that do its thing for the next couple minutes and see. But anybody else, questions, comments, observations? Anybody willing to be highlighted real quick for a short testimonial, what you learned today? Was this worth your time today?
Yeah.
Say, I'm just going to highlight you, and then you can say whatever you feel. All right, right now we're at 200 lines of code in less than a minute. So computer programmers, they're not worried about losing their job. They're learning how to use AI to do their jobs faster. But the ones who are worried about losing their job and they're not learning how to use a no-code tool like this, they will lose their job. But I think it was Netflix that said they'll pay up to $700,000 and let the person work completely remotely to be in charge of training all of their employees on AI and how to be more efficient with AI. This thing is at 350 lines of code.
That's crazy.
And it ain't even been 3 minutes yet. Anybody else? Questions, comments, observations? So I think the first iteration is kind of coming in. So they're calling it the Financial Freedom Starter, right? So let me show y'all what it came up with. So this is kind of what it came up with. So it's called the Financial Freedom Starter. Here's your dashboard. Here's your credit health. Here's your debt and budget. Here's your savings tracker. Here's your goals and your progress, right? And then your action steps. And then it even gives them the ability to upgrade to MWR. You will link this to your MWR platform right out the gate. So I can publish this. And basically what publishing means is Canva now is going to create a Canva website.
Wow.
And then if I view the website, and obviously you'll test this stuff, y'all, and just make sure it does everything that you want it to do. And if it doesn't, you can go back and continue to converse with it and tell it, hey, this part is broken, that part is not. But in less than 10 minutes, y'all, we created a whole app. Look at that. So boom, generate a dispute letter.
Okay.
I don't know why it's doing all that freaking jumping, but I think you guys get the point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Any other questions? And let me turn my TV off because my earbuds then went out on me. So you see how if you were building a brand around yourself first and not MWR, then you can still be serving people, still have a small fee structure for them to get access to some of the tools that they need. And then for those who free up some money, those who can afford to make that leap, then you can sell them a product. There is an entrepreneur, I think they took that out, but there was an entrepreneurship track in here that maybe you push MWR as an entrepreneurship track, right? So that's how you build a no-code app, the simplest way, but there's other tools like Lovable and some of the other ones that you can get, do a deeper dive into. So any other questions, comments, observations? I don't want to hold y'all. I will let y'all go. If anybody's upgraded to VIP, then that means you will see me in the VIP room in a minute. But any other questions before we officially sign off?
How long is this offer good for?
This offer is good. I don't think I thought about putting a timeline on the offer. MJ is my operations manager. Did you put a timeline on this offer, MJ?
Say what?
I mean, kind of. Not entirely, but it's more so a little bit of a live attendee exclusive in a sense.
It's a little bit of
It's a lot of information.
Exclusive offer, but no, if you've been on this call and you're interested, then that door will always be open to you.
I appreciate it so much.
Cool. Anybody else? All right. Well, you guys could have been anywhere in the world today, but you decided to come hang out with me on this Saturday, and I really, truly appreciate it. And hopefully you got some value out of it. Just know that in a couple of days, when you see a text message from me saying, leave me a review on Google, that is really important to me. So I hope that you will take your time to do that for me, if nothing else. But I'm around. If you see any of my content and you got questions, you can DM me, like Cortez Hustle everywhere. I'm here to help y'all win, man. So if you got questions, I got answers. And if I don't have the right answer, I'll go find it for you. So appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Until next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it each and every single one.